Madness Podcast! The best of the underground! Make madness your ritual!
Oh, shit. What's happening, folks? It's Friday. You know what it is. It's Ritual Madness Podcast time. We just got done listening to Heavy as I Crusher from their new release, Heavy Hauler. Let me see here. Do me a favor. Check out the Shred Den right down the fucking block from us here, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. to Saturday, or 8 p.m. to Saturday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's a long time to be open, just wide open. 9100 85th Avenue North, Suite 100, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Give them a call at 763-350-2191. Look them up on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and the old TikTok, or www.theshredden.net. If you're looking to do some logo stuff, check out Narwhal Design Solutions, Justin Boney's company. He does all kinds of fantastic artwork. He's done some things for, like, Surly Darkness and all kinds of other beer things, weed things, all that other good stuff. I appreciate this dude so much. He does so much for the community here, all the bands and all of the beer and all of everything. If you're looking to get some design work done, give Justin a call. Get a hold of him at Justin Boney, BOEHNE, @gmail.com. Let me see here. And if you're so inclined and you would like to donate and help the podcast continue to thrive and do all this fancy stuff, donate to the, just click the scan QR code deal here, and there's some like little tip things. And if you're feeling generous, I appreciate it very much. We got the guys from Heavy as I in the house. How you fellas doing this fine evening? Good, bad, ugly?
Mike
there we go.
check.
There we go.
Awesome.
I'll push all the buttons the wrong way.
Doing good. Welcome to my life.
That's how it is, man. You know how it goes, dude. I'm showing the wrong shit and everything. Hey, welcome to the show. Live from the Shredden Studios. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Why don't we go around the table, tell them who you are and what you do in the band.
I am Andrew Oltmanns, lead vocal, guitar player, Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Greg Brown on the drums.
Rob Parkos, bass guitar.
Welcome, boys. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us. By
Yeah,
the way.
no problem, dude. Absolutely, my pleasure. I was in a band with Greg, and I've known Andy for fucking ever. And I swear to God, dude, as soon as I saw your picture, I'm like, I know this dude. Who did you play with in town that I would know? I know you jammed with some folks, right, in town?
Yep. I've been with a band called Low Key in the early aughts.
Okay.
And then for like the next 8 years, I was in a band called King Tuesday. They
Okay.
were both rap fusion projects.
Oh, okay.
Low Key started off as like metal rap,
Yeah.
and then kind of moved more on the rock side. We didn't even have lead guitar. We just had piano, bass, and vocals and drums. So, and then I was in a band called King Tuesday after that for 8 years. It was another rap fusion. 2 MCs, female singer and drummer and guitar, and me.
Versatile.
Yep, absolutely. And we actually did pretty well. We won a huge battle of the bands at 4th Street Station.
Nice.
Against 36 bands and stuff, and went to Columbus and recorded a single with a label out of Nashville.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. But then, once it got serious, I don't know, that's when the rubber meets the road.
Right.
Is when all the foibles come out.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
that did us in. And then for the last 10 years, I was in a band called Grey Duck with that same female singer, awesome Chelsea Sargo. She kicks serious ass. But we just had a falling out, differences of opinion on things.
Yeah,
That's
that
all I
happens,
wanna go
man.
into, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then right after that, I saw this dude, Andy's ad in Craigslist, and
Nice.
hit him up, and man, fell in love like instantly.
Right.
I actually, in the email I sent him, I said, okay, don't take this the wrong way, but I listened to your music and I said, holy fuck, I just found my new band.
Right. That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
So now, did you have that? Did you have everything recorded and ready to go, or how did you have that? How were you sending it out?
So, do you want me to give you like the whole background of everything from like when I started to now?
Absolutely.
So, I figure we got nothing but time. So,
Nothing but time.
I actually looked today, and the last time I talked to you was January 28th of 22.
Yeah.
So this was about maybe a month before I left Hex.
Okay.
So, things weren't even, I wasn't even at the point of writing any music and whatnot. And so I left Hex, and I immediately that week I started writing my own stuff, which was Crusher, and then 4 on the Floor, so on and so forth. And then just said, whatever I write, I'm gonna write it, and I'm not gonna pick and choose. I'm not gonna cater to anything. I'm just gonna play. And all this shit is stuff that I've wanted to do. I suppose, I should look at you guys too. All this stuff is, music that I've wanted to do since I was in my teens.
Yeah.
I just never knew how to execute it and get it to the,
Yeah.
the actual product.
Yeah.
And so I worked on all this stuff for about a year and a half, and then got it to the point, got Justin involved with the artwork, got Chad Hinge involved with the mixing and mastering,
Right.
and then Brad Gunnarsson did the pressing for it.
Awesome.
So I had I had something actually to hand somebody,
Okay.
and I wanted to hit the ground running with it, without, not just be like, I did do up the, like the old school shit, you make all your copies and whatnot in the computer,
Yeah.
and fucking hand them out, No, this was, I wanted actual product because I wanted it to be an impressive thing, kind of, So yeah, I started jamming with some people and whatnot, and some things didn't work and whatnot. I had to take time off. Like, this was the biggest roller coaster I had ever dealt with musically, because at my age, we all know how our early 40s start happening.
Yeah.
Doing this, doubting yourself,
Yeah.
Getting depressed and shit. And for the hell of it, on a whim, I put an ad up on Craigslist, and all of a sudden, he's after me. He's like, "Don't jam with that other guy. Jam with me."
Yeah.
He's like fighting for me and shit. And they literally sent damn near the verbatim the same email, like, "This is my new band."
Right.
And I was shocked by that, because I never really, you look at the people that are on Craigslist and everything, and it's cool and whatnot, but I mean, there's so many people for hire, or people want to do covers, or yada, yada, yada. And then the fact that these guys reached out, I was like, holy shit, this is.
The fact that you guys are still looking on fucking Craigslist for musicians, that's killer. I just
There's
don't.
no other area.
Yeah. There's no city pages anymore. There's no fucking, you can't put any ads anywhere, really, can you?
No,
there isn't
it sucks.
shit. That's so weird that is, cool as shit. So back up a little bit. So you already had, like, you had the drums and you had everything.
Oh, yeah. So I had a drum kit that I got from a neighbor. I traded him a toolbox, right?
Yeah.
So I updated some things on it and whatnot. And then when I would sit down and track music, I would track a section at a time and go, okay, I hear an idea. So I'd go back and I'd throw drums down.
Yeah.
And then it would just turn into, well, it's cool, I got the verse done. Now I got to write the whole fucking chorus and everything else. But
Right.
yeah, I did everything.
Wow.
So it was a pretty big learning curve, just getting used to Logic and everything.
Right.
How to properly record things and whatnot. But yeah, I did everything.
Well, I remember talking about Hex, back then. You guys were kind of bumming that you weren't picking up a lot of shows at that particular time. I remember us talking about that, and there was like a transition where you were kind of like halfway in, halfway out. You were like, you didn't really know what you were going to do. That's really cool. So you've kind of wanted to do this for a fucking good long while.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so the best example I can give is the song "The Path." The way that starts out, real kind of bluesy kind of thing. I had that since 2002.
Oh, okay.
So it's just been in my mind, floating around, and finally I had somewhere to use it, and it turned into a great song. It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that particular point, I was ready to check out, and it felt like the right time to do it, and then just instinctually went right to writing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've always been a huge, corrosion of conformity tattoo and all that shit.
Right.
So, people are giving me all the examples of what they think the music sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I just played,
Right.
Tuned the guitar up to E standard, unlike everybody else. And just
There's a question that I was going to ask. I already
what
answered that
tuning
one.
are you in?
Yeah. I just fucking,
Oh, this is the cool thing is that, Rob hit one note, I think, miles away. It is the heaviest fucking note I've ever heard in my life, but we're in E standard, which is like cynical for metal or hard rock, but we hit that note and you do a certain, a root chord, and it's just
thunderous. Yeah.
Yeah.
The note starts on B and I play a 5-string, so I
Yeah.
hit the low B.
Right.
And on the album that's not there. It starts on the higher B, definitely, but when we play it live, it like shakes the room. So
yeah, it's awesome. So that's been a cool thing because, I wanted to try to get to that point where I had musicians, that I could play off of. We could throw ideas and give each other shit at the same time, but influence each other.
Yeah.
That was a very unnerving thing because, like we said, with Craigslist, I thought of absolutely everybody in the local scene that I could jam with, and nobody.
Nobody wanted to, or did you reach out, or you just didn't think it would be a good fit? Or?
I brought Lance Veen down.
Okay.
And we jammed and everything, but it was at a certain time for me where it just didn't work out with everybody, and I just had to step away from it for a little while and kind of clear my mind.
Yeah.
And because it was so discouraging, just up and down, and when you have a particular vision, you know,
want to achieve it.
yeah, and you don't want to step on anybody and be mean. You know, I try to be as nice of a person as possible and not, you know,
Yeah.
but shut up. I know these two are looking like this guy's full of shit. But
I
you know,
love it.
I thought of it, and like, you know, Kyle Skolquist wanted to join up as a guitar player and whatnot, but logistically it's going to be too hard. And
He's still in Illinois, right?
I thought you were going to say Italy. Yes, he's abroad. Still has hair. Yeah, he's
His
over in
shorts
Illinois.
kind of looked like he was abroad the other day.
Oh, Heine. He had a Heine. So yeah, I thought of people and whatnot, but then you know, there was a drummer that I was going to jam with, and that didn't work out. He's got a bunch of bands and shit.
Sure.
So yeah, I was like, well, I'm doing this alone. That's it. Plain and simple. I'm not going to screw around. I'm just going to get it done and then move on, and then I'll figure out, you know, ask for forgiveness later kind of thing, you know.
Right.
So,
So in the process of meeting these guys, like, you know, they're telling you this is my jam. How long did it take before you got them in a room and actually started jamming on the tunes?
it pretty much like within a week or 2 weeks for you and I. There was another drummer that we went down and jammed with. And
so you and Rob were jamming with another drummer at the time?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't even think we got together. We're just like, hey, you know what? Let's just go, all three of us jam together, you know, as virgins. There you go.
I learned the one song he suggested, and we met up, you know, first time. Like a week after I answered the ad.
Yeah. And so, you know, my vision, the inspiration towards doing this, you know, in a trio setup and everything was the early Government Mule stuff was a huge influence for me. And I love just the rawness of it and the heaviness of it and the ability to play off each other, you know. And when him and I started jamming, it was like, holy shit, he come down with a fucking Thunderbird bass. I'm like, well, you're in. But we hit it off instantly. And you know, with that particular situation, it was just, we didn't want to have to pay for a practice space and all that. We're past that point. You know, we all, you know, all of us own houses and shit. So, but yeah, then he had already sent me a message. I think you sent me a message the same time or in that same time frame with this other drummer. It was just trying to get the timing to work. And it didn't work with that guy. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to hit this guy up. And I still have your phone number. Every time I scroll through my phone, I see your phone number. It's still there from when you got, or when I got a hold of you. But yeah, we started jamming with Greg, and it fell in place.
Oh yeah.
You know,
you can put that fucker in any situation. He'll come up with it.
Greg is a hot commodity for a drummer.
Oh yeah. He's got the ability to improvise like right off the cuff, and it always feels good. Now, Greg, I was curious about your situation too, because I know you were running with some other guys for a little while too, weren't you? Are you still with that other band, or?
No, I stepped down from that.
Yeah, move in a little bit.
Stepped down from that and was thinking, you know, you're getting older, 57. I was thinking of just pulling the plug on it altogether.
Yeah.
Having some back issues, some health issues, and time issues, and I was just going to give up on it and just basically put the drums away for a while.
Yeah.
I ended up seeing this ad, and I heard it, and immediately it just like,
it's your jam, dude. I know that.
Yeah, I said this stuff is what the influences that I started my musical career.
Right.
You know, it's just the old AC/DC, blues, rock. It's the foundation of what inspired me to play. So I knew right away when I heard it, I was like, I have to play in this band.
Right.
So it just ended up working out. It was just like perfect timing for me, and the planets aligned, and we sat in the room together, and there was just, like Andy was saying, chemistry right away. You know? And you know how it is in a band. You're a veteran too, just not only musically, but on a personal level, being able to sit in a room.
Chemistry.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Not want to.
Well, Andy's one of those no nonsense cats, though. You know what I'm saying? You've run into enough playing with Outside the Murder and playing with all the bands around here. You know how the shit works. You know what I'm saying? You got firsthand knowledge of it. Mm-hmm. Even when we jammed with Rob and Don and all them cats, like that was synergistic shit. Like we put together those tunes fast, and it was like, holy fuck, this is gonna work. And then you can tell. You know what I mean? You just kind of like, yeah, these motherfuckers ain't into it all the way. You know what I mean?
Like, there was something there with that.
Oh yeah.
Though I still listen to those little some snippets from that. there was some heaviness going on
Right.
there.
And that's the thing, though. You know, if you get one guy out of the loop that's not, you know, not fully into the jam, it'll fuck the whole thing up. You know what I'm saying? If when you find somebody like Andy, who's, you know, he's a no nonsense cat, he's already been through all the fucking rigmarole with all of that shit, you know,
Exactly.
and it's a perfect situation. It's a perfect storm to make some cool ass shit. So, how many songs did you have, Andy, that were ready to go? I know you kind of alluded to that and said a few different things, but when you guys started jamming together, how many tunes did you have at that particular point?
You mean as far as which way does this?
It's
sideways or the direction?
directional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there
You
we
get the
go.
best. There you go. You get
Oh.
the best out of that. You sound
Just put your
sexy.
face right into it.
Yeah.
So, are you talking like when we started jamming? Like,
Yeah.
it was the whole album.
Oh,
and then
okay.
plus one.
Okay.
So the single "Miles Away."
Okay.
8 songs.
Okay.
Nine.
Oh, 8 plus the instrumental.
There we go.
Yeah, there you
Well, no. Yes. You know, and
Are you sure, Andy?
yes. Fucking don't know anymore. I got the loo again. Anyway, no. You know, like you're saying with the no nonsense thing. You know, yeah. I mean, I've been through. I mean, you figure 4 Blood, Climactic. Okay, Section Hate, Cold Colors. Okay, wait a minute. Even more. Rivkit. Section Hate, Cold Colors, 4 Blood, Climactic, Grant Brothers Moving Company with Glenn Wadey, and then Hex. So I mean, I've had a lot of different people come through the bands and
Yes.
whatnot, and different lineups and frustrations and you know, most of the reason why I bailed out of these projects was it got to a point with, you know, whether it be individuals or whatnot, that it didn't work, and I just had enough.
Mhm.
I just done, peace out.
Yeah.
I got other things to do because
Right.
life's too fucking short.
Right.
And I still retain that today, that I don't waste any time. But you know, like with us guys, you know, yeah, we give each other shit about things we're doing and whatnot, and that's what we're supposed to do.
Sure.
You know, if we can't be honest about it, you know, why do we do it? You know,
Yeah.
tact is the tact.
Yeah.
Andy, that
Yeah.
that word shines whenever I open my mouth. But you know, it's all out of love, and it's not.
That's hilarious.
you
I'm
know,
a good influence on them, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. And see, that's the thing too, is like, and it goes into like the whole Craigslist thing, and you know, finding members. I'm jamming with 2 people that I don't remember you from the past, but maybe I do. I don't know. I mean, you don't have long hair anymore. You're not cool. I never.
I don't think
No,
you ever
I-
did though when you were here though, right?
I think with OTM we were discussing. I'm pretty sure we had played a show
With Hex, I think we
Yep,
did.
Yep.
I think so.
I just couldn't remember,
Yeah.
but I remembered. I was like, wait a minute, I know.
Andy's been
Hex.
around for a while though, and I know you've been at some shit that we were all at.
Oh,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm positive of that.
You know what's interesting? If you don't mind.
No.
You were in Rivkit?
yeah.
Holy shit. I go way back with Jeff.
No shit.
Yeah,
huh?
dude. He was in my. I was in Selfless. Him and I started Selfless with G back in the day, and that was his band right before Rivkit.
That's You're talking Jeff, the blonde-haired guy,
Yeah,
right?
Jeff Kemp.
Yeah, because he was. Yeah, I remember him with Rivkit when 4 Blood was going. We had played some shows at the Rock back in the day. Yeah, that's a flashback. Yeah. It felt good because they were still playing the song I wrote for them.
That's
We don't
awesome.
play that Cannibal
Yeah,
Corpse shit.
Yeah. Now, Rob, I wanted to actually ask you about like. It's cool to hear that you. It sounds like you're pretty versatile when it comes to music. You know, like your projects are infused with other genres of music. What got you there? It's a common question that I ask with the podcast. Like, you know, what were you listening to as a kid? What was in your house? What was flowing in the air? Brothers and sisters, what were they listening to at that particular time?
Oh man, I love all sorts of music. That's why. I mean, when I was a kid, what really got me hooked on music was Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah.
I mean, but before that, even going way back to when I was like 2, man, I had a favorite song when I was like a toddler.
Yeah.
I like Hot Blooded by Foreigner.
Nice.
And then I liked Still Rock and Roll by Billy Joel.
Right.
And of course, Eye of the Tiger when
Right.
Rocky and Hogan, R.I.P.,
Right.
was in that and stuff. But, so that goes way back. But GNR, man, that got me wanting to play guitar.
Right.
Big time into music.
Now, is that the first thing that you started playing musically? Like,
yeah,
like
my first
guitar.
guitar. Yep, I started on guitar. Actually, no, I started on baritone horn, then switched to tuba when I was in elementary school, and played that through middle school, and then started guitar kind of in the middle there. Dropped the band stuff.
Yeah.
And played guitar until I was 25, and then I switched to bass. And
Damn.
I'm 48 now. So
Been going a little while.
yep. So I also listened to when I was a kid at the same time as GNR, Two Live Crew,
Yeah.
NWA,
Yeah.
like dirty rap. I was a little troublemaker
Deviant
listening
bastard.
to dirty nursery rhymes.
Right.
You two could be brothers.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was a good old man.
Right. What did he say? Something about with his dick in his hand or some shit
Jumped
like
out the window with his dick in his hand. He said,
Yeah.
"Excuse
Yep.
me, miss. I'm just doing my duty. So pull down your pants and give me some booty."
Oh yeah, there you go. Damn, he knows all that old shit, dude.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure,
awesome.
for sure. So yeah, then I got into everything as it came out. White Zombie, Pantera, through the '90s, of course. And then I mellowed out, got into classic rock, Pink Floyd, Tom Petty, all that, Zeppelin, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So everywhere, and then reggae, and I listen to everything. So.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm there with you. I love it. I love all that shit. And if I could mix it, if I was that capable of a musician, I was more of a screamer than anything, but I listened to all of it. You know
That's
what I
why I
mean?
play bass. It's the easiest one.
To transition between all of them. Yeah, pretty much. It really is, I mean, but I appreciate that. That's fucking badass, man, to have all those different things and land in a rock and roll band. You know what I mean? I appreciate it.
Well, I
It's
couldn't
very
play
cool.
anything but rock and roll. Greg can attest. I mean, I hit my strings like he hits the drums. I'm kind of like Animal, but on bass.
Right. Hard hitting. That's good, man. I wanted to ask about your guys' your last show. Was that the first show that you guys did?
Mm-hmm.
How did it turn out? How'd it go?
These guys brought a lot of people. It was really, really cool. We all have these delusions of what we think it's going to be and
Yeah.
what it is and
Yeah, yeah.
everything. And it's a first show. We all know how our first shows go. Nerves are running
Nervy,
off the chart and everything. But it was cool because we got up there and then to finally hear it in a full, hear the fucking kick drum and the bass guitar and everything. It was so cool to hear that. It was. That first slide going into Legend and shit like that, watching the video back, I'm like, fuck yeah, man.
Our people loved it, man. I mean, it was a huge success, I would say, for a first show. Definitely, we've all been around, so we're veterans. There was no major screw ups,
Right.
nothing like that. Obviously, we'll get better as time goes with practice and stuff like that. But as far as first shows go, it was pretty sweet.
The shit swings, man. We've all played in heavy bands. The timing and the quickness of the changes. This is a swing. This is a feel. This is the jam, dude. You know what I mean? Like it feels good. It feels really good, dude. I like it.
I wanted it to be something you could hear at like a car show or
Right.
a bike show or like the old Bearded Lady bike show. That would be perfect, but it's no longer going. And something you can tap your foot to, chicks can shake their ass to,
Right.
and drink beer.
Right.
Because I got cheated, man.
Bar music.
Mom and dad.
Garage music.
Yeah. Dude, and you know what? Hell yeah, I'll totally play somebody's garage.
Yeah.
I would love to do that because it would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Well, and Mom and Dad are watching this too, so
Yep, Greg's in the chat saying,
Okay.
"Hey, can you turn up the volume for the senior citizens in the room?" I don't want to overdo it because it gets really loud if we start yucking it up and just, things will bounce all over. But I appreciate you there, sir.
Turn your volume up, Dad.
Yep, hit the TV. Craig,
I forgot why I mentioned him, but no. As far as my whole train of thought is gone. So, let's see drinking beer in the garage.
Yep.
Playing that music.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a heavier ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. Mom and Dad banged way too late in their 20s, and they should have you guys should have knocked boots a little earlier, because I didn't get to grow up in the 70s.
Right.
My sister was born in 78, so she got
Sliver of it, yeah.
2 years of
Yeah.
no memory of it.
Yeah.
But that's the music that I like, the muscle cars, the theme on the album,
Yeah.
A Legend Till I Die, that video with all the muscle car, drag car shit, I mean, even your short video you
Yeah.
made for it, the promo, that's that's what gets me going with this. You know, the T-shirt too. Saved. I almost wore the shirt, but then I'm like, are we all going to be Jason Newsted and show up with the same fucking shirt on?
I thought it was crazy that I did that thing just on the cover of the album, you know, and I was like, oh, it's got to be this way, and then I did it and I sent it to him. He's like, that's fucking cool as hell, dude.
Oh yeah,
so it all worked out. I was happy. But I showed my wife and she goes, wow, that's really cool. So I was happy with that. Mama said it was cool. I'm cool.
Thanks, Mom. Yeah, no, you know, and like the whole theme of the album and everything too. You know, I'll just bring it up because I don't know if we're going to talk about it, but you know, when you open up the CD book, you'll see 4 pictures on the back side of the booklet.
Yeah, and
one's my grandpa Fritz, one's my grandpa Archie, one is my dad, and then the other one is my late father. Well, 3 out of 4 are late. So my grandpa Archie was a truck driver, and there's a picture of him in front of his old '74 white Freightliner cab over. That's why I drive truck.
Nice.
That's why heavy hauler.
Right.
Heavy hauler truck drivers are like the most badass truck drivers around. So then you got my grandpa Fritz standing there with his jazz bass. He was Tijuana brass.
I'm going to show that to people so they can kind of.
Yeah, he played trumpet, bass guitar, piano, all that. He big inspiration for my dad.
That's what he's talking about in the layout.
And you got Dad right there with his long hair and his Geddy Lee jazz bass. You know, he's another influence to me. And then Don, my late father-in-law, was a muscle car guy, and that's where 4 on the Floor, all the lyrics are dedicated to him, talking about him drag racing up 252 or 280.
Yeah,
you know, and up over there in Lauderdale and shit.
Yep.
So yeah, it's they're all tied in there, and that's the whole theme of it. You know, I love the muscle car stuff, the dragster stuff, and then truck driving.
You've been a gearhead for fucking years, man.
Yeah.
How's your dad wrench and all that stuff too?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, not in depth like I do.
Where did you pick that up from, man?
Grandpa Archie. Yeah. So I mean, I had to work on my wife's brakes yesterday, and I would have rather took a shotgun slug to the head.
Lots of rust and fucked up shit.
I just don't want to do it anymore, you know. But I mean, I got my old truck and my Harley and everything, you know, and that's fun to do. I'll work on stuff at work.
You buy that back? You buy your Harley back?
Hell, yeah, for a second time.
Same
and then
one?
I sold it. No, I got rid of it. I wish I still had it. I got an old man bike. I got an electric light now.
Okay.
You know, I got to have I don't want my beard blowing in my face, so I got all these fucking wings on there and shit like that, you know. But
when I rode one of them, that fucker came right underneath the fascia and still did it anyway, dude.
Sandpaper. It's just pure sandpaper to the face. It sucks. You know, but I mean, why not incorporate that into what this is? And like the T-shirt kind of goes off of that. It's got the the Indianapolis 500 kind of logo. Justin found. Yeah. Put that on there, heavy as I around it, and then the back's got some lyrics for 4 on the Floor.
I like that you have the fat tire, and we did that on the now playing. You folks can see that it's just this
big fat Mickey Thompson.
Yep, the big old fat daddy tire. So that's what we're spinning while we're playing songs too.
That's a BBW right there. Yeah. Big beautiful wheel.
What do you what's the Crusher about? What's that very first song that we listened to? What one's that one about?
I wrote the lyrics after I completed the song, and I'm like, yeah, you know, okay, cool. You know, basically just humanity.
Yeah.
You know, humanity as it stands right now.
You don't subscribe to it.
It's
really fucking hard to these days, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, being in the general public all day for work and dealing with the selfishness and ugliness of individuals on the road and just everything. I don't like it anymore. I don't want to be part of it. Yeah.
I want a refund. You know, it's just it's unfortunate. So yeah, those lyrics are all about that. You know, I see moving forward, dark skies ahead. You know, we're just on this downward slope, I feel.
Yeah.
And that song really, you know, one man kill another with his bare hands, and just stealing from a pocket from a dead man.
Yeah.
Because people fucking don't care. They'll walk over a dead body and just take their shit.
Yeah.
You know, no blood too thick to cut a deep wound.
Yeah.
You know, that's the truth, man.
Deep.
People.
It's deep.
There are so many wolves.
People don't give a shit. Yeah.
So many wolves in sheep.
And the hook is so big.
Oh, dude.
I mean, the music on it just hits so hard on that hook. I love it.
Yeah.
That song really, really.
When I heard it the first time, like when I push play on it, you instantly go. You know what I mean?
When I did that, I'm like, you know, I'm sitting in my fucking home studio just going, oh, this is going to be cool, you know?
It's pretty good live with us on it. That that recording doesn't have us on it, but
Yeah.
on our Facebook page, we do have the live recording of us three playing that at the show. And it's big. It is definitely
awesome.
big. We lose tempo about 3/4 of the way through. But, beyond that, it's
Greg
fucking
got
awesome.
a bump. No.
I was doing some double bass in there.
Oh, dude, it's he's the tendencies. I know they're there, and it's
I've
gonna
had to shift
happen.
it down. Try to shift it down a notch. I'm still just I don't know. I like going faster, and
Sky,
the groove is definitely in this music. You have to stay in the pocket on this. Just
Oh, yeah.
all about
I say sky's the
simplicity.
limit, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, for me when I started this, I didn't put any limitations. Any parameters. It was just whatever. So I mean, you may have your double bass day to shine.
I don't know if I can even do it anymore.
Oh, you can do it. Doing it,
Yeah, right.
doing
You
it,
sneak
doing
it
it.
in like every practice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fucking.
Like you said, dude, it's hard. It's a hard habit to break. You know what I mean? Like you feel that giddy up. But that's the thing, though. When you're doing this type of music, it fits it though too. If you need to get up just a little bit, it'll make it. You're pushing the accelerator really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, you know what? Fucking.
There will be times for sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Ted Nugent was a big influence for fucking Wang
Yeah.
Sweet
Oh,
Boom
yeah.
Tang for
Yeah.
fucking Legend Till I Die.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up, dude, that song is just fucking dirty.
Yeah. Absolutely.
ZZ Top influence, kick to the teeth. It's got that fucking bluesy, slide guitar, and that's something too. Like you were talking about, like asking Rob about his past, and I wouldn't mind hearing yours too, because it's stuff that I haven't heard yet. But as far as like, my influences, how I won't talk about the actual influences, but how they influence what I'm doing now. There's slide guitar on the album. There's chicken picking on the album.
Yeah.
I just got a couple B-bender tellies, shit like that. And it's all stuff that's influenced me up to this point.
Yeah.
I can't play like Brad Paisley. There's no way in fucking hell.
Right.
I got a long time to go. But I mean, to be able to have that kind of stuff in there, it's stuff that I haven't seen anything in this local scene do.
Mm-hmm.
It's either this, it's either that, or that.
Mhm.
And to infuse these different influences and shit. I mean, like beginning of Crusher, Corrosion of Conformity. I can see Reed Mullen up there, or fucking Mike.
Yep.
Wow, wow, wow.
Right.
Totally see it.
Right.
So it's cool, man. I love it. I love the fact that we're mixing some different styles in with it, and like I told one person or a couple people, take and roll the volume down a little bit, and all of a sudden we can play at a fucking rock show.
Right.
Turn it up and fucking we'll play with whoever.
Metal dudes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. I love playing with metal dudes.
Yeah.
What?
There's not, dude. There's,
What?
there's nothing. I mean, a good mix. Dude, there's nothing wrong with a good mix of metal. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Nobody wants to hear 100 miles an hour all the fucking time.
We
can't
have been
stand
there,
it, dude. I can't stand it. The same band over and over again with different. You know what I mean? It gets old. I like the singing. I like a little variety, man. You know what I mean? You see 4 different bands in one night on the stage. To me, that's the best show. You know what I mean?
Remember
a little bit of all of it.
The Rock.
Yep.
And I go back, at least it was funny because I was listening to yours and Greg Moog's podcast.
Yeah.
And it was funny because, for you guys, you're the generation before me, or you're that local scene before I came in. I came in around
Shit, I was
2002.
before that shit we were talking.
I know. I'm looking at like what,
You know what I mean?
2000 or 94 for Necromus. I didn't realize that you guys were back then.
Dude, 90, I think 89 is when we started.
Dude, I was wearing Zubas and I had a fucking rat tail.
Hey, me too. No.
And a Sega.
Yeah.
Sega.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, the bands that I knew in my, heyday,
Yeah.
Bane Hinge and all them guys, Our Evolution. And so there was such a insurgent of, there was such a, I guess that's the right word.
Yeah.
But of all these really just different influence bands that were playing shows together. I remember seeing them at like the old Main Event, The Rock and all that. And so I feel like it's kind of strayed from that.
Yeah.
And we're kind of in a lull,
That's the Jack Gilbert model, dude, from With. That was that was what he did for the music scene here in the Twin Cities when it came to the Quest for Mayhem stuff and all that. You know what I mean?
love that.
He would have different bands. No Loving Place. He would have Quasar. That was one of my favorite bands to see live. They were so much fun. Guanzin and all them. They were great, man. They were fun. Sunset Black. And then you got Sound and Fury. And then you've got. I mean,
well, there was Black Flood. There was you
Black
guys.
Flood, us Sub-Level at that particular time.
Devil Inside was
Devil Inside was great.
Remover was another one I love. Brad Gunnarsson, he's into that. He was a big fan of them. Yeah, I wish those guys were still around. If you guys never heard them, I'll have to get you a CD of that.
Yeah, crazy shit.
So
it's such a good time back then too, man.
I miss. That's what I miss.
Yeah, I like the versatility of that time frame. There was so much more. I think variety of music, like you were saying. I think. There's a lot more bands like you guys, Beastface. There's a handful of bands that I can't put in a metal. You know what I mean? Like, I would put Beastface out there because they're just a little bit of everything, man. You know what I mean? They've got the groove, they've got the blues, they've got punky type shit. It's just something about that band. But like you guys, those guys, Cymothwa, bands like that, where you could fix them with every band you can imagine in the scene, heavy to fucking slow. You know what I'm saying? You can mix and match. It would make a great matinee show or some shit. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's kind of the goal with us too, is that not going down the same beaten path. I'll just speak for myself right here. I won't speak for you guys on this, but I know we've talked about it. But trying not to repeat the same shit, the same venues, the same blah blah blah. Trying to branch out and actually make fans. I don't want to keep asking you to keep coming to a show.
Yeah,
we're musicians together in the scene, and we're buddies and everything. We've known each other a long time, but. Dude, it only goes so far to keep asking the same people.
I do, though.
I mean?
I do every single day, every single week, because you know what? Maybe people aren't into the music that week, but I try to keep it available for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my thing, and that's what I do with this podcast, too, is just I try to give everybody, just a spot to shine, because that's what it's all about, man. I mean, the shit was given to me. All the cool people that I've met, meeting you, meeting Greg, meeting Rob, meeting everybody, you know what I mean? It was all given to me, you know what I'm saying? And I like to share that with people too. Like, where the fuck do you hear great bands like this? You know what I mean? Where do you, it's not like it used to be. It's not word of mouth anymore. And you could put yourself on SoundCloud and, all this other shit.
I've gotten dick from there.
And that's the thing. Here's how I look at it, man. Like, I love the fact that I'll hear about a band, like, Ghost Made Cellophane is a band that I've heard from a couple different people. I'm like, who the fuck are these dudes, I go and I look at their shit, and they're very similar to like a Deftones kind of. It's industrial. It's kind of like gothy. It's kind of, and it's all over the place. Same thing with Beastface. Same thing with Hate Beast. There's like, you hear them. Organically, people will say, oh, have you checked out that band? Have you heard this band? Oh, man, I seen these cats live, and they fucking throw down. You know what I mean? I love that organicness of hearing about bands, but it's so few and far between. It's not like it used to be. You know what I mean?
There's so many less venues.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
COVID,
I agree.
COVID killed the scene, and it was
fucking Riot killed one of the venues.
That whole time, I feel like it was strong. It was definitely strong in the early 2000s through, I don't know. Probably 2015, maybe. It seems like it started to maybe
Triple
go downhill.
Rock.
But
When
the Triple Rock going down.
That was a big loss.
It is
to
a
us.
big hit. But then the Hexagon burned down, right?
Yep.
I mean, that was even before COVID and stuff. So
That's right in the middle of that, and then Station 4. Yep.
Yeah. So there's just not all the venues that there used to be, and that's too bad. And so.
Or they're doing the conglomeration, like First Avenue buys Fine Line and fucking Turf Club and all that other shit. Now they want to do an outdoor venue in Minneapolis somewhere. That's like it's been well, it's just been changing so much. And here's the sad thing: it's much like the radio station. If you've been around for any amount of time in the Twin Cities, from the end of the late '90s to mid 2000, say 2004 or 5. Okay, like. The radio station still had Loud and Local. They still did the Metal Shop. They did shit like that. And then you had, the Root of All Evil that plays more of the shit that we listen to, the underground shit. But 93X was giving love to some of the bands around here for the longest time. And then now all of a sudden the bottom drops out of it, and they don't find any, they don't find any value in the market for us, which is really sad because we have so many talented we always have had talented motherfuckers here.
It's an artistic scene. It's an artistic community.
Right.
What else do we have to do in the winter besides hone our craft?
Right.
Alaskan Pipeline.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Like when it comes to venues like the Amsterdam, you know, there were a couple years there where they kind of refused to do local bands because they just weren't drawing enough. The people that were trying to book shows there weren't out there pushing it enough to get the people to come in. So they were like, it's not beneficial to them. Now, and I don't know what changed, if it was management, if they kind of opened their mind to it, like, oh shit, now the locals realize we're serious now, or whatever the fuck it is. But now the Amsterdam's doing local shit again, and they're getting big draws in St. Paul. There's no fucking places in St. Paul that are worth a shit. You know what I'm saying? You get Cadence, some fucking coffee shop, you know what I mean? Like Foxfire back in the day.
I remember
Great
that.
little spot. But dude, who the fuck wants to play at a coffee shop? I want to play somewhere where I can have a fucking beer, you know what I'm saying? And if it's all ages, you can still mingle with people, you know what I mean? Like, I want to bring my fucking kids to places, you know what I mean? I want to do shit like that. It's difficult because there are a lot of venues coming and going left and right in this town, but again, I'll go back to of you saying, you know, you don't want to bother your friends over and over about it, but you know, when you have a good project like this, dude, this isn't just a fly-by-night thing. This is like a diamond in this shit, if you ask me. It's different. It's
Agreed.
different than everything else here, and that's why I think that there's so many people in this music scene that like the stoner rock. They like the sludgy shit. They like the doom. And this is right on the edge of all of that. It's fucking good rock and roll. It's still heavy as shit. You know what I mean? We got 2 more songs, and I'm stoked. I've already listened to them 4 times setting this shit up. I'm like, oh, we might as well play that one again. Dude, it's right up my alley. I just think that, you know what I mean? Like, never shy away from it, bro. Never, ever. Because, you're a talented dude. A fucking, you know, I'm not just blowing smoke. I do this a lot. I talk to people. I like what people do. I don't do it anymore. So I can really feel it when you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is, dude.
No, I get it,
You
dude.
hear a good project. You want to tell motherfuckers that it's a good project. You're not wasting your time. You know what I mean? And I'll always fucking share. That's my thing, is I'm always going to push it. You know what I mean? Do you guys have any shows coming up like soon, or you have anything in the works? You got people asking you after that last show?
We're doing a showcase show at Route 47 for that Mad Mike's open jam thing. So we have the half-hour set September 4th. I think that's 7 p.m. that we're playing. I'll get the information updated on Facebook and all that.
Okay.
But as for right now, that's the one. We were trying to get the birthday bash at the old Harley dealership.
Yeah, I saw that. You did a whole video for the whole thing.
Oh, dude, you know what? I am in. Yeah, no, I won't say it. Mom,
do it.
Mom and Dad are watching. No, we had a lot of people going on the actual post for that.
Yeah.
You know, for the Harley dealership. You know, saying heavy as I, but that's not what they wanted. So that's cool. Whatever. You know what?
Of course, they're going to want a cover band.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not a surprise at all. You know, I mean, it's a party, and you know.
I was amped up on it because I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I played the Wild Prairie one with Crashmatic I was in that band too. You know,
Yeah, right.
and it was fun. You know, I pretty much melted Chopper's left ear because my wah pedal was on for the first song, just shredding his left ear. Turn that fucking thing off.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed. But what I was going to say was going off the whole, you know, like not bugging you and asking you to come to a show. The purpose of this band is to build a fan base. That's the purpose of any band in my mind. That's my own thing is that I never got into music just to do stuff at home. I wanted to be more than that. You know, I was a kid dreaming about being on stage with Metallica, watching Year and a Half, you know, and so that's still my drive. That's still my motivation. I still want to play shows. I still want to build a fan base. When some kid comes up to me from Ecuador at our show, I don't even know if you guys knew who the hell he was, but it was him. I think maybe his girlfriend, and then a buddy of his. And I could understand what he was saying. And I said, dude, here, thank you.
Yeah.
Just take it. I don't care. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit's bought and paid for. I would rather you have it in your hands.
Enjoy
because
it.
you enjoy it. And did an autograph on it and shit. And, you know, even like, I mean, you saw me have a little smirk on my face when you gave us that compliment. I downplay.
Yeah, you're humble, dude.
I'm very humble.
You've been doing this a long time. You're not gonna you're not ego driven. You've never been an ego driven dude. That's, you know what I'm saying? You've always been a laid back cat, you know, when it comes to that.
Yeah, I'm grateful that there's people that want to be in this project. Thank you, gentlemen. You know, and then people that appreciate it like yourself. Yeah. And I do feel that there is something special about this, and I definitely want to capitalize on it and use use what we have as musicians and our knowledge of through all the years of up to this point to capitalize and make something of this. I mean, are us three going to pack into a fucking van and go on tour? I don't know.
Maybe for the weekend, right?
My kids are grown now, so
Yeah, I mean, well, you got your ARP card, so we can get the discount. But I'm not going to be the guy to say we need to do this, we need to get on tour, we need to blah blah blah. No, I've opened up for all the I've opened up for Crowbar.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm good, dude. I'd love to open for Corrosion. Fuck yeah, but I've accepted the reality where I'm at.
Yeah.
And if the opportunities present themselves and we can do it, yeah, why not? It's not if it's not going to hurt anything or fuck up relationships or get us fired or whatever. Cool, man. We could still be responsible, But that coincides with, where I'm at in life. I mean, I'm 43, dude. I'm laid back as they come now.
Mm-hmm.
I've accepted my mortality, and I know I could kick it tomorrow. So I want to enjoy what I can today and have fun playing music, and I get a kick out of it every time I get a new pedal or a B-bender or whatever. We write a new song.
We're going to fucking get into that, too, in the next segment, because I know that you guys, like, as far as gear goes, man, you've been doing it a long time, so you've got a lot of shit.
Yes.
Found some treasures and, refurbished.
We all have unique relationships with gear.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Covered in poop.
Let me see here. Tom Gron says, "What up, Greggy?"
Oh,
I don't know if he's talking to me or he's talking to you. There's two Greggies in the house. So, yeah.
What's up, Tom? Thanks for tuning in.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, and Mr. and Mrs. Oltmanns appreciate it very much as well that you're tuning in. Thanks everybody for checking us out. We can play the other song here.
Go for it.
We got 4 on the Floor. Obviously, you kind of alluded to what that was about, right?
Yeah, a little. I'll just go over it quick. Yeah,
Sure.
So my father-in-law came back from Vietnam, and 1967 he came back, and he was driving home from California, I believe it was, and he got into an accident with his car. Well, he had money from being in,
No accident?
No. This was all in the same like 2 days.
Oh wow!
So he got into the car accident coming home from Vietnam, and then he went and bought a 1967 Chevy Chevelle.
No.
And that was it. That was the car. He loved that car, and he regretted ever getting rid of it, but he drove it home. Well, him and his buddies, he still had, even till his last day, he still slicked his hair back, man. He had style.
Yeah.
And, he talked about drag racing up and down 280 and everything.
Yeah.
And so, with my car by my side, that was his car.
Nice.
So I even bought a die-cast one and put it in at his grave.
Awesome, dude. That's really cool.
Just because, but yeah.
Gearheads understand that shit.
Absolutely, yeah. And I got his car dialed in for him. He drove it one more time before he passed.
That's so cool.
I got in there and I'm shifting this thing thinking I'm beating it up, dude. He gets in there and he hits the fucking bump stops on the damn transmission, shifting that son of a bitch. And I went, you win.
It's his to break, though.
His to break, but meet and fix.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was totally a dedication to him. I used my my late grandpa Archie's Telecaster on it, and then my late grandpa Fritz's jazz bass.
Awesome.
So everyone's intertwined in it. I'm a nostalgic kind of guy. Family's big to me and all that, and just all that cool stuff. So
that's cool, man. That's a trait that's fucking being lost these days, man.
Practically.
Yeah.
So yeah,
pretty
they're on a
crazy.
depressing note.
Nah, not at all. We're going to go right into it here. We got 4 on the Floor. Take a listen, folks. We'll be right back.
Back home from war. Crash my car that turns green. Time to punch it.
Oh, shit. See how we do that? Just fucking fuck it all up. Welcome back, folks. Thanks for taking a listen. Yeah, Andy, I really like that a lot, man. That's got a good groove to it, man. It's just coming at you, dude. Stomping.
It's got a heaviness to it that is, it's not a blatant fucking Pantera, dun, 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 but it's just got that fucking swing to it,
Yeah.
I love that. That when I wrote, same thing with that. When I wrote that, I went, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So.
It sounds like you probably had a couple moments in the whole recording process, dude.
Yeah, we talked about that off the air here, but yeah, I could probably create a full album of all the fucks that you could hear on the microphone, all the bleed over, Well,
and Greg said something too off air about when he was listening to the project and talking to Andy about it. He said that it's hard to find people to play all their own shit. You know what I mean? Like he played the guitar, bass, and drums. You did all of it, and that's hard to find.
And sang.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just crazy.
And I don't think anything special of it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
You made it. You created it. It's not. You're too close to it. You're close to the sun, dude. You're burning up right now. You got
shit.
You got to let your wings go, man.
Buzz.
Grow back.
Yeah. Don't look at the light.
Yeah,
I can't help it.
Let me see here. Glicious 2012 says, so what is on the agenda for tonight? Well, we're listening to some great fucking music, talking to some really cool cats. That's the agenda. Don't forget, folks, right on the bottom, we got a ticker going here with some local shows that are coming up. And you guys said you had a show coming up too, right? You said there's something coming up?
Yeah, September 4th at Route 47. We're doing the Showcase half-hour set.
Is that on your Facebook or anything?
Not yet. I'll put it up there tonight.
Okay.
So, but
I'll click a link to it in the bio. So make sure if you're watching this and you want to get linked up to that thing, I'll put it in the YouTube details and shit, and we'll get a link.
Yeah, I'll make our own event for it. I don't think they've done it yet. 'Cause
Okay.
It's so far out still.
Sure.
So yeah, I'll make an event.
I hate when people do that.
Oh,
It's just my thing. When I've talked to so many people, like I'm booking for the podcast, even. You know what I'm saying? Like I asked a couple bands, and it's like booking a show, right? You call all your friends that you want to play with, and you just kind of roulette it. All right, whoever gets back to me first is on the fucking bill.
Yep.
Somebody gets back to you, and then the band you really want to play is like, oh, I got practice tonight. I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. Then the next day, oh, wait, Thursday we got practice. I'll get a hold of you on Monday. And then fucking, before you know it, you're chasing these guys for 2 months. Now, I just had this today, the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm asking the guys like, well, I got this. It's so difficult to get everybody to line up. But
Do you remember when I was supposed to send you some shit?
Yeah.
And it took about, a month?
No. Well, here's the thing, though. That's why I've been doing it like that, though, is because I know we're all in bands. We're all older guys. We've been around a while.
Got no memory.
I give a nice buffer now. But before, I'm like, hey, you got till fucking Saturday or Sunday to get me something right here.
I like that.
Here's my thing, though, is that if this is really funny because the band Volsunga Saga, right? Really good guys, super cool cast. They do like Viking metal, man.
Yep.
They're really cool dudes, man. And Matt Parkin's a guitar player, and
He's dreamy.
And their new guy Joe, right? So Joe's from Illinois, super cool dude, black metal guy, really fucking cool guy. but Joe's handling a lot of their stuff, and he's the newest guy in the band, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he said, so Matt says to him, all right, you got to get this artwork to him. Da, 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 da. So he sends me their new album cover before it's okayed by Matt and the rest of the guys.
No.
So I make a whole flyer on it. I'm like, oh, this is fucking badass. I throw it on there, hit all the social medias, and all of a sudden, then the next day, Matt goes, hey, man, he forgot to okay it with everybody. Can you take that down and use this instead? And I'm like, fuck, man. But before he said that, and before he sent me the artwork, because he waited till the last second. And no diss on you, Matt. I love you, dude. You're great, dude. But they used this little shield. It's like one of the Viking shields you'd see on one of their ships. You know, they're all lined up and shit. And they had it in their logo. You can see it on the fridge over there too. It's like a little white round circle over there, white and black circle, and it's a shield.
Let me get my bifocal.
Yeah. So I already had. So I like to do this. I'm an artsy fucking dude. So I love putting flyers together. I make a new flyer every fucking different colors, this and that. You know, like you sent me, you know, the album cover. And usually I'll kind of, you know, smear it out in the back so it's kind of foggy. You're like, whoa, that looks a little weird. And then the main photo's like up front, so it pops out a little bit more. And I'm kind of looking through what you sent me, and I'm looking on your YouTube or on your Facebook, and I'm like, well, I'm taking that and I'm taking that. And I used both ideas and made something cool. And then I was like, I just started doing this video shit. So I was like, I got to make something fucking awesome. And everything worked out. So, but I've been trying to give people the buffer. You know what I mean? Like, you got to prepare for that. We've been doing this too long to not know that. You know what I mean? And I'm the last minute kind of dude too, but I hate getting here the day of the show and something fucking falls apart or I don't have what I need. So I've been really trying to push people forward. I appreciate it though, because you were like, oh shit, I was supposed to send you something, dude. I'm sorry. And then like an hour goes by, and then 2 hours go by, and then it was like, hey dude, I sent this to you. It's all good right here. You know, I'm like, yeah.
I've been known to be the guy that yells at people on job sites now, because I'm like, you know, if you got time to talk, you got time to work. You know, you know, if your hands moved as fast as your mouth, you'd make a lot more money. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
So my thing is, you know, and I know you've complimented me on this, where I just get it done.
Yeah.
You know, the quicker we get the shit done, the quicker we can get responses or whatever it may be.
I've been that guy in my past bands, you know, the only one, like, responsible and stuff. So I appreciate that I'm not now.
I'm not used to being this guy.
Yeah.
I'm not the book shows and you know, corral bands to play and fucking order merch. This is all new to me, but that's the thing, though, is that I'm like, all right, it's got to get done. Hey, guys, what do you think about this? Okay, cool. All right, got it. Already got it. Went and picked shirts
But
up.
you said a couple names in this podcast so far. You know, B Gun,
yes,
guys like that, dudes that you've known and rubbed elbows with in the past that are that much further in the scene, and not only, you know, like B has been helping bands for like ever, but now he's doing the thing at Copycats. He's at Copycats now, right?
Yep. Yeah. Oh,
So,
he's been at Copycats
for a long time
now.
But what I'm saying is that, you know, guys like, even though you're not the dude to do all this shit, you've got enough fucking homies that know all of it. You know what I mean?
Well, this is one I was going to include also. Sure. His name is Paul Larson. He works at Pixelworks, and he's actually over by Copycats too. And dude did up our banner. It was a really, really good price on it. What is it? An 8x10? 8x10. Should have got a 12x. Oh no, 3.
No, 8x3.
Yeah. So I mean, but he was super cool. He brought me into the shop, walked me all the way through the whole process of all the different things they do. Super friendly guitar player, motorcycle guy. So Paul at Pixelworks, Brad at Copycats, and then you got Justin
Boney.
Thank you.
You're doing it like I do. Even band names and fucking people who are in bands. I'll go, hey, you say it so I don't murder your shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
and they'll say
my scapegoat.
I'll hear it like 5 times during the podcast, and then I'll attempt at the end to just butcher the shit out of it. You know what I mean? I'm horrible with that shit.
That's why you don't get to know any new coworkers' names. You just call them by the wrong names, so they think you hate. They think that you hate them.
Yeah.
And then after they pass the year probation period, then you start calling them by their actual name. Then they earn the respect. So, but those 3 guys have been awesome. I can't remember who it was that Justin sent for T-shirts, but he was also a super cool dude. He's down off of 49th, and he's the next intersection south of Bass Lake Road off 169. He's got a shop. Oh, I can't remember.
Anti-broadcasting? Is that
Maybe
the place?
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, shit. apologize, man, but he was super cool too. You know,
Was his name Chris?
maybe
Okay. Punk rock dude?
no,
Big bone in his nose?
No.
Okay.
no,
Then that wasn't Chris.
no.
Yeah, Chris has got a big bone in his
sorry.
nose most of the time.
Is that a bone in your nose? You're just happy to see me.
It's a bone in your mouth.
Boner.
Now,
Anyway.
now what? You kind of touched on it, the whole hot rods and the motor thing, and that's just something you've been a gearhead for a long time, and it's you learned it from your grandpops, right? And through and people around you.
Yep.
Now you had internet channels and all of that shit for a long time. You were doing mechanic stuff online for a while. You got monetized doing that first, right?
Yeah, I reached a point with it where I did one of them like reaction videos,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I had like half of Malaysia liking my channel, which is great.
Yeah.
But none of them gave a shit about what I was doing. They're like, "Oh, you like this video?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool." Well, I just said, "Fuck it." I wiped the
Yeah.
whole channel.
Yeah.
I said, "I'm over this. I didn't want it to become a full-time gig."
Yeah.
I just. Ugh.
What was it? What was it that pushed you away from the whole?
It became a routine.
Yeah.
It became a job. It became you had to be on, do your live stream on Tuesdays at this time, and then all of a sudden that night's burnt up. You ain't got time to go hang out with the wife, get things done. See, stupid adult prioritizing.
Right.
But that's really it. I'm so picky with my time now that I'm starting to actually use a calendar and try to plan things with these guys and so on and so forth, and I'm slowly opening up a little bit and not being the fucking hermit that I normally am, but
It's hard, dude. As you get older, man, it's fucking so hard, man. I can't even, dude. It's so difficult. I was already becoming a hermit when fucking COVID hit, man. I was already in the house, man. 6 months, I was like, I ain't going to no shows. I'd go to my own shit that I booked, but that was it. That was it. Hey, there you are. Take some photos and get the fuck out.
proof that you were there.
Yep, that was about it. It sounds horrible, but yeah, that was pretty much it, man. It's just like, I was here, I had a good time for a little while, and fuck that, I'm going home. Leave me alone, you know?
Well, and that's funny too that there's kind of this, I don't want to say I guess stigma that you have to be at every show, and it's just mandatory. Like, you have to be at every show, you have to like every band, you have to like. We don't have to like everything. I don't like everything. I like particular albums from Deep Purple. Am I weird?
Right.
I mean, it just is what it is, and so it's hard for me. I don't go out to many shows. I try to now, as I've changed a little bit and everything, and now we're doing the band stuff. You got to get out there and schmooze cruise, as I call it.
Yeah.
And but there's just this thing, and like the title of like local scene and whatnot. For me now, I don't feel like I'm part of that, because I stepped away from a scene I was part of for so long.
Yeah.
That now we're just kind of this floating orb of heavy as I. We're just kind of doing our thing, and
Sure.
we got our buddies that are in bands and whatnot, and so trying to get back into that.
So let me ask you this, though. Like, so when it comes to booking or bands you're looking to play with, what are some of the bands you guys are wanting to or looking to play with? Are you guys open to do really anything? Are you ready to book with heavy bands? You're ready to like do biker shows? You're ready to do?
Oh yeah,
all of it.
Yeah.
rock shows. I know there's kind of a newer like resurgence of classic rock that's out there.
Yeah.
There's some bands that I've seen. Of course, I can't think of any of the names right
That
now.
usually happens.
Yep, absolutely.
That's a normal thing here,
It is. Yep.
especially at our ages.
yeah.
And then there's some good hard rock bands out there. My buddies are in this band Trusion. I mentioned it off air to you. That's one that we're definitely going to be setting up a show with soon. They're awesome.
And I
Check 'em
appreciate you shouting them out and getting them in the ether, because that's how I do my thing, is, you know what I mean? Like I'll hear, dude, perfect example. I had the guys from Evernorth in here a couple weeks back, and super cool dudes, and they're heavy as balls. They're great young cats, smarter than shit. They're way smarter than we were when we started doing this shit. I mean, we're talking whiteboards, we're talking, like they get in the room and brainstorm together, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they all bullshit like we've always done, but they get down to work, you know what I'm saying? So they play a show with this band called Giant's Knife, right? I was like, that's the baddest fucking, is it a sword? What the fuck is a giant's knife? It's a double-handed normal human sword is what
Andre
it is.
the Giant
Exactly.
is all I picture.
This
With just a fucking,
one-handed, double-handed sword in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, double-handed got a hilt like this. That motherfucker's in the middle of one hand. You
Like
know
a
what I'm
double
saying?
dump.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't even-
He's ready to do this between them. You know what I mean? Like,
Hi, Mom and Dad.
that's-
Hi,
Yeah,
Mom and
yeah,
Dad.
yeah.
Sorry.
it happens.
Sorry.
That's just the way it is when you're a dirty, rotten pervert. But yeah. So I mean, so you're really open to jamming with really anyone, huh?
Do I see death metal bands calling up and going, "Oh, dude, Heavy as I would be a perfect fit for this"? I don't.
Right.
But are we open to it? Yeah. I mean, why not?
You guys should
know?
play the Red Desert,
Oh, that's who I was going to say. Sean and I, we've known each other since about 2005.
dude. It'd be
2004.
that'd be a
actually.
rocking fucking tune. There,
Would be.
dude.
Those
there's-
guys rock.
Yeah, they fucking shred, dude.
Yeah, I've already started chatting with Sean. We're trying to figure something out. I know they got a busy schedule coming up and whatnot. And they're trying to finish an album.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Well, I mean, they're finishing. They're doing some cool shit. That's good. That's good to hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Sean's always been a super cool dude. I cannot remember the other guitar player's name, but he works at Guitar Center.
Right.
And because I live right by it now, we see each other every week.
It's,
You know.
dude, what's
Hey,
up?
dude. I know. What happens when you walk into Guitar Center? Hey, man, how you doing today? Is there anything you're looking for in particular? Hey, dude, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they know me enough up there where they just call me by first name.
Yeah.
They know who I am.
Yeah.
It's great.
I love it. That's fucking fantastic.
Right?
So is there any? So you're really ready to rock with anybody for
Yeah,
pretty much?
we're ready to play. We're totally into whatever whatever shows. I was anti piss smelling bars, but I'm willing to be.
So no terminal is what you're saying. No terminal bar. Is that
What
what you're
gave
saying?
that away?
Well, I'm just saying. You said piss smelling bars. That was the
I'm gonna-
first thing
I'm
that
gonna
came to mind.
We're gonna have to get some hippie incense and put it up on stage.
Dude, I always did that shit. I love that shit.
No offense, cousin Corey. He books there. So
Oh, does he?
Oh, it's all good then. You know. I
No,
mean,
what was it? Hex played there, and it was a Halloween show, and we were all dressed as gnomes. You know?
Oh
So
my god!
and I'm up there playing, and I breathe in real deep, and I just got like urinal cake and fucking piss in my mouth. I'm like, oh, But we're up there playing. Then my amp goes. To
and he
hell
goes,
on me.
I've tasted this somewhere before.
I've been here. Have I been here before? Is this P you're talking to?
different bar.
Yeah, different bar, same result.
Let me see here. G Licious says, "Wow, your memories are a lot better than mine." And then it says, "Your dad says, Pop's got to go. Rock on, heavy metal." And then, thank you, hippie chick, for saying it's a good interview. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Everybody who's in the chat, go do that. Helps us get. We're so close to 500 right now.
500.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much when you've been monetized, but 500 is still 500.
It takes
to
a
me.
long. Well, we talked about.
Yes,
it,
you did.
It.
I actually told
effort.
somebody else too recently. I said, Andy sat me down when he got monetized, and you told me exactly what it was, and you were like, I did something to kind of cheat the system and break it so you could get monetized. And you're like, then you realized you weren't getting any like interactions with what you were
Yeah,
doing.
it was worthless. It was pointless. It was
And
just
you
nothing
go,
but
you go,
numbers.
you could do these all day long, and you could get all these followers, but they're not going to interact with your shit.
And you just okay. Thank you for reminding me with old man age here. So I still have the old school mentality. When say we make a deal on something or we set to do something, and I shake your hand, I mean it. That's integrity, right? I'm a man of my word, and that's always been my thing. I've always been true to that, and so I still think of okay. Burn CDs. Like doing that was a trip. That was
Right.
like a flashback. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, I haven't sat in front of a computer and did this in a long time. But doing the CDs, making the flyers, posting them up, talking to people. I mean, I keep CDs in my truck and I hand them out. Hand them out to local 10 workers when I'm delivering parts to them and shit. I got guys that check out the music and they love it. They were handing the CD around, to people, and I gave CDs to them. I don't care if I lose money because it's bought and paid for,
Right.
whatever. Nobody's taking a hit on it except for me. So I'm like, well, if it gets it out there, it gets it out there.
Yeah. I always looked at it like this too. You're not broke. You're not scraping for the money. You don't need to sell that thing to go and have a cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
But-
back in the day,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not now.
Well, at the place that you are right now, it's a good spot because you can afford to do that. You can give
Yes.
it away, and honestly, I think you're given to the world. Honestly, when it comes to music,
That's the whole
that's
building
how
a fan base.
Yeah.
You can't build a fan base by just sitting. I mean, okay, I'll I'll go back on that a little bit. There's bands that I've gotten into because of Instagram or Facebook.
Sure.
Was it Fortune Child? They're fucking awesome. Same thing, kind of like what we're doing. But, you know, you can post and post and post and post as much as you want on Facebook. That's cool. Oh, cool. I got Bob over in Connecticut, and I got Steven down in California. Okay, cool. Now you got those guys. Well, now, are you going to hop in a van and go out there and play the show, or are you just looking to make 2 cents on every view that happens, if that's even what you make?
Right.
You know, what's the reason for it? Well, you got to start somewhere, and you got to start where you're at. Build it up there. Get the word of mouth going. Oh, cool. People in Chicago want to see us play. All right, well, guys, you want to go to Chicago? Let's go to Chicago.
Chicago.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword, because we're in a digital age. We're in a social media age, and people will never, ever, ever set it down now.
Right.
The dopamine is in,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So we have to adapt to it, and I have to adapt to it and accept it a little bit
Well,
more.
and I'm here to just, like, again, pull you back from the sun so you can see it
Thank you.
yourself. Is that you know you have the ability. You know that you can break that algorithm again. You know what I'm saying? You figured it out once. You could do it with this again, where it could be to the forefront for you. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I think
anywhere-
it's the algorithm. Once you hit that wave, you got to ride it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, let's rip
I'll
it, you know?
post. I mean, I have no shame whatsoever. The only way you get something done is by doing it.
Yeah.
And if you don't put that motivation and effort in, and get the name out there and get the videos out there, I mean, dude, Merchants of Speed. It's a drag race channel on Facebook.
Yeah.
Guess what? There's Legend Till I Die on there. Another video, Legend Till I Die. I don't care. 4 on the floor, whatever. I mean, Government Mule, same thing. I'll post on their shit. I don't care. Whatever. I mean, it's you'll never know if you don't ask.
Right.
It's that kind of mentality, you know.
Right,
So,
right.
and I feel that you get out of it what you put into it.
Absolutely, man.
You know, and
That's anything, right? That's how it goes.
yeah,
Like,
if people see, if you can't avoid me,
Yeah.
well, you can with a restraining order. But, well, maybe not in the state of Minnesota. I don't know, but you know, going to somebody and
not these
talking.
fucking days, Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
They'll catch you, let you loose. You know?
Bye bye.
Don't do that. Go on.
Yeah, stop that. Oh, is that a Kia?
Yeah. Did you hold a gun to somebody? No, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
we would all do time.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
saying it right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
So, but that's really it. Is that I feel that if you go to somebody and you talk to them about the music, they could see that, they see this, and, and they see the emotion behind it and the drive, and that sells it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm delusional.
What do
because
we
of
got?
where
What do
we're
we
at.
got coming to town that's like old school rock and roll? I know there's some shit
I don't
that's
even
coming
know
to town,
anymore.
dude. I
I
gotta
don't know
look
where
at
to
my
find
calendar.
any of it. I don't know where any of the promotion is for it. I mean, I see Corrosion of Conformity stuff. Or maybe
Go to my fucking people. If you're watching this show, just let me tell you. Go on the Facebook site. You can find me on Facebook. I'm a friend of Andy's on Facebook. Go to my Facebook page, like you go to somebody's front page. It's actually right there. But
I got a lazy
when you when you go to the front page of my stuff, it is all by month. You can scroll down. It goes all the way to December 10th is the latest show that I have. So, I mean, I have everything that's into anything that I see, from death metal to fucking hip hop. I mean, I try to share it all. And I know a lot of people are like, I'm not going to go to, you know, people will ask me, like, they'll DM me and go, what's going on tonight? And it's like, dude, just go to my fucking page. I scroll up every day. I share them at least once a day. And it's just like, it gets shuffled in everybody's algorithms, because it's just like, you're not boosting your shit. You're not paying us. Yeah, you know what I
right.
mean? You're getting shadow banned. Here you go.
You made me think of how nostalgic and how much I miss the city pages.
Yeah.
I truly do, man. I
Not a
miss
lie.
them days. You
Dude.
know,
Every Wednesday. You get it every Wednesday. If I went to Guitar Center, if I went to the fucking Chinese restaurant down the street from my work,
Shinders.
Shinders, dude, I miss Shinders, man. I
Oh,
miss
dude, that back room.
That was
ain't
great.
nothing creepier than an old man back there when you're 18. I was young and 18, buddy.
Ah, dude. I stole so many pornos from that place, dude. I can't even tell you, man. Me and my brother just went hog wild in that place.
Whoops.
Stacks of shit.
Got hours of working to do. You're gonna have
breaking-
to add water.
I'm breaking a sweat. You
Is
think
that
about
where all the woods porn came from back in the day? I mean, that
What, Tracy? What?
the new generations won't even know what woods porn
Yeah,
is, but
yeah,
you know, Gen
yeah.
X and stuff.
it? Yeah.
go out in the woods or, you know,
Oh.
B&E into an empty house or something, there's going to be a stack of pornos that you didn't leave there, but you
Yeah.
just found.
Dude, my nephew was talking about my stepdad's fucking. He goes, I remember it was the first time that I ever saw porn, and I kind of look over at him and I go, that's weird. That's one of the first times I ever saw the old man's porn too. And he's like, well, I just remember a kid when the old man passed away. He's like, and he looks at his girlfriend. He goes, you know that big purple tub I got in the house? And she goes, yeah. And he goes, he had like 4 of those full of porn mags. Like, you know,
my God.
Dude, it was ridiculous, dude. It was porn movies, and then the whole thing was, you know, Playboys, Penthouse, fucking Hustler, fucking Wii, and all the dirty ones, dude. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know,
Lick my whip.
yeah. I said to him, I go. So how many of them pages did you stick together? You know what I mean? Like, he's like, yeah, I know. I looked at a bunch of them. That's for sure. I just
You guys weren't walking through the doorway high-fiving each other? All right.
You're up.
Nancy. Yep. Ding.
You're up.
The old lady on Pawn Stars, when she brings in an old Playboy, and she goes, "What's the most valuable one you've ever come across?" Dirtiest damn thing
I could
ever
tell
on
you would
TV.
be what is it? Fucking Playmate in 1976. Yeah, I remember. She's got that
Man.
that curly hair. I love it.
The record just screeches to a halt.
Let's start this bit again.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
God.
that's so ridiculous.
That's terrible.
So I wanted to kind of tap into where you're at musically right now. Give me some of the things that are like in your playlist right now that you guys have been listening to in the last couple months. What are some things that you've been jamming in your ear holes?
Well, let's talk about Greg, what have you been jamming in your ear?
Oh no.
hole?
You know, there's a band called Dixie Witch that I
Hell
started
yeah.
listening to. It's like old school, like a southern rock kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's really good. But I mean, I guess I'm just nostalgic and I'm listening to old school stuff, man. I like the Black Sabbath. I mean,
Fuck yeah.
Corrosion, Pantera. I guess I don't know. There's not many new bands, in my opinion. With Ozzy passing away, you could even bring that up. I don't see like a lot of bands like when we grew up. You had Aerosmith, you
Yeah.
had Black Sabbath,
Yeah.
you had Oz. I mean, all these different iconic bands. Now it just seems like there is none of that.
Mhm.
It's all cookie cutter bands. So what I listen to is pretty much what I've been listening to. I mean, I'm always trying to find something new,
Sure.
but it's limited, man. There's not much out there.
Yeah.
So I just kind of pick from I'll listen to rap.
Sure.
Actually listen to some rap, some country, not much. It's got to be good, but it's all old school stuff that I grew up
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
To me, it
The
just
good shit.
the good stuff, man. I
Outlaw.
can't help
She
but
broke
to
my
listen
heart.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the music scene right now is just flooded with AI and these new artists. I mean, they got auto-tune.
Yeah.
They got
That's been going on for years now.
writing songs based off of AI. There's just no good classic bands out there right now that you're
Right.
going to say they're going to be remembered 20 years from now.
Yeah. 10 years from now.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm listening to is just what I grew up on, man.
Yeah.
I can't help but to keep pulling back to my roots in music.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Rob?
Well, yeah, that Dixie Witch is good that he introduced us to. I really like a couple bands that I found looking into those guys. Ape Machine
Okay.
is one. They're out of Oregon. Really awesome stoner metal. And then, let's see. Gentleman's Pistols from Northern England. They're sweet. They're like modern Black Sabbath, man. They're freaking sweet.
What is it called? Gentleman?
Gentleman's Pistols. Yeah, those guys are awesome. And then this Australian cat, Kim Dracula.
That's awesome.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Kim Dracula before?
No.
Oh, man. That shit'll go ahead and throw the song Make Me Famous on a big screen TV, the video for it,
Yeah.
and loudspeakers, and, have an open mind going into it. That
Okay.
shit'll blow your mind.
Okay.
That dude goes all over the place, from rap to funk to metalcore, screamo,
Yeah.
punk.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he'll bust in a freaking trumpet or a
Yeah.
saxophone or something in there. And just awesome music. And then I saw a band with him from Japan, these little girls called Hanabi, and they're like J-pop metalcore, and you know it's all Japanese. You don't know what the fuck they're saying at all, and they're like, "Oh, yeah," but
Fucking getting
they're
down,
like,
dude.
The guitar player sings a little bit, and she can actually sing, and she's like, you know, traditional Japanese singing. I'm not gonna attempt it, but then all of a sudden, you know, the lead singer chick comes in. Oh,
Nice.
you know, like fucking tearing it up. It's badass.
So basically, Godzilla comes and destroys the one chick is the Godzilla, and the other one
is Godzilla.
Yeah, there you go, dude.
Yeah.
Gojira. That's what it is, dude. That's what I'm saying. You know.
So, and then you know, classics like he's saying, old stuff.
Yeah.
I always go back to like 90s shit, Limp Bizkit for sure, and Alice in Chains is my all-time favorite. So
yeah, that's something I've been tapping into just recently. Just I didn't know about Lane's girlfriend, Demetri. Demery, that's what Demery. Yeah, his chick. Like, I didn't know she died. Like, shortly, you know, they broke up and then she died, and she was real strung out too. Like, I watched a whole thing on YouTube just the other day, and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
man.
I think it was around the time that Lane did Mad Season. He cleaned up, got together with the Pearl Jam dude, and did Mad Season. And then that happened, and he just went off the deep end.
Yeah.
And just I don't even want to live anymore.
Right.
He made it for like 8 more years until he.
Yeah,
it's so
I watched this one of those reaction videos of a like a therapist watching it, and you just see her crumbling at, you know, listening to the lyrics of what is it? God damn it! I had it on the top of my fucking
Acoustic one.
It's off the unplugged one, but it's
Nutshell.
Nutshell. That's
sure.
the song for sure. Yep.
That's the song.
And so she's, you know, breaking it down bit by bit, and it's like, you know, she's like the depression here, and you know, just all the things that, all the lyrics in that shit is just tough as fuck to watch. I was just going, oh man.
Yeah, I saw them at First Avenue on my 16th birthday, and I was from me to him.
Which tour?
Lane. The Dirt tour, the first Dirt tour. Yeah. With Screaming Trees and Mudhoney.
Yep.
It was.
I was at that show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably where you remember me from.
Yeah, I was at that show. I seen them on fucking the first album, Facelift. I seen them on Facelift, the beginning of the Dirt tour. Then I seen them on Lollapalooza when the full blown Dirt.
Yeah.
That was
sick,
dude.
How about Rage at that show?
Oh my god. I seen Rage the first time around here in '91 with House of Pain at First Avenue on their first.
Did you see Tool at that Lollapalooza?
Yep.
I missed it.
Yep,
I was
I did.
inside when they were playing, but
I saw him at Edge Fest when he was in a fucking suit. He had a little fucking helmet hair on. It was awesome. It was on what is it, Undertow.
Oh, sweet.
That was a great fucking. But I hung out with Maynard James Keenan and Danny Carey when they played with fucking Green Jello, dude.
Oh, really?
Way back in the day at Mirage. When he was
sick.
backup singer for fucking, you know, Green Jello, dude. Yeah, we were hanging out on the bus getting stoned. Yeah. I couldn't even believe it, because all of a sudden I'm going, that dude looks really familiar. We're actually Eskimo brothers too, by the way. Me and Maynard James Keenan bang the same chick.
I suspect a lot of
That's
people
what
are.
that is.
Yeah, totally are.
Maybe you.
Me and Shaquille O'Neal too, by the way. Me and Shaquille O'Neal have slept with the same chick too.
Should I say
and Dominique
congratulations?
Wilkins and Malik Sealy and let me see who else. The dude from Spine Shank, the dude from Trapped.
Are these dudes you slept with?
No, no, I mean, not at the same time. I mean, you're asking, right?
Yes.
I mean, you know? How do you
It's
think this
2025. It's fine. Whatever.
How do you think this show got so popular?
Greg sticks things in his ears. I mean, whatever.
He's got a B-side show on the dark web.
The dark web. Oh, right. Yeah, got it. So how about you, Andy? What are you listening to these days? I know you were kind of looking, and we bounced all over, but
Dude, it's all over the place on my Spotify account. But
your tummy and everyone.
I know, right? I don't know what just happened. But I listen to, like, I've gotten away from what the radio stations here in the Twin Cities offer. I think it's trash now.
Oh, dude.
So I've been listening to a lot of Willie's Place on XM. I love.
Now, do you have that in your truck, or do you have it?
Oh, I stream it off my phone.
Okay.
Into the, because I got
Bluetooth it.
Yeah, I do a run to Rockford, Illinois. Every Tuesday, so that's what's cooking in the old country truck driving music. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Because I got an old pedal steel at home. I'm learning how to play that and everything. But yeah, that I listened to a bunch of '60s music, like old Cool 108 used to have.
Yeah.
I got a P bass set up just to play that kind of music because
Nice.
I love all of that. You know, like that song, "Gimme Gimme Some Lovin'."
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking, that song's awesome. You got the Temptations. You got all the old. I can't name a lot of them.
Yeah,
but I mean, just there's something about the musicianship with that. The Wrecking Crew with Carol Kay on bass.
Oh yeah.
All of that. I love every bit of that shit.
Be My
dude.
Baby. That's got a sick bass line on it.
Oh, dude, I mean, the musicians back in the day, just really, I love listening to that shit. Corrosion and Conformity is still, Wise Blood and Deliverance are like my
I just saw a thing on Facebook today, and they were talking about they had Pepper Keenan playing keyboards on some shit, and they were just saying, just so you know, this new COC is going to be amazing. Like they're pumping it up pretty good.
Yeah,
That last one was pretty good too.
watching him track the vocals took me right back to tracking vocals for the Hex shit.
Nice.
Because when he does the fucking line like this Hangman's for hire, and he backs off, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I cannot wait. You know, I mean, I tried meeting him one time, and he kind of came off like a dick. But I'm like, you know what? Never expect what you think people are going to be when you meet them, because they're probably not going to be like that. So I'm like, all right, I can hang. I still like Corrosion.
Yeah.
But fucking Corrosion, Down. You know, the second album is one that I gravitate to because of I think the style of the music.
Sure.
Skinnerd.
Yeah.
Love old Skinnerd. ZZ Top, like Fandango.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking Thunderbird.
Mhm.
What's the word? Thunderbird. Love that tune, dude. Balinese, all that shit. So I mean, yeah, definitely. I go back to a lot of the old stuff. Deep Purple, Jeff Beck's a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
That album, Guitar Shop, is my dad's fault. I listen to that album all the time. Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know,
You can have a record.
Government Mule. That's the early shit. The first album with the donkey and the American flag on the front. Oh my God, it's so heavy, so heavy. You know,
Government.
yeah, ain't got no government up here. So,
Government cheese.
I mean, definitely, yeah. Go to the gas station, get a loaf of bread, gallon of milk, stick of butter. So yeah, classic rock, definitely in the rock, southern rock, country, you know, early rock and roll stuff.
Oh yeah.
Huge. So
Oh yeah, always a staple, man. I could never get away from it, man. And I know we kind of like alluded to the whole Ozzy Osbourne thing and the Hulk Hogan just passing away and Theo Huxtable passing away and Chuck Mangione, dude.
I know.
I was like,
I
what?
know.
The fucking horns, that one to yeah, dude, it popped in my head, man. Because I was telling somebody online, I'm like, okay, so we hit the 3, right? We got Theo Huxtable. We all grew up with that shit, right? We got fucking, Hulk Hogan and fucking Ozzy. There's the 3. And then Chuck Mangione throws everything off. I'm like, fuck.
Oh.
Now we got 2 more people to die.
yeah,
right?
a guitar player for Golden Earring also died.
Okay.
So now
I don't know that one. Though.
I saw that one a few days ago.
Think
So-
Golden Earring. I'm slipping into the twilight zone.
No, is that Golden Earring? No.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think
Radar Love?
so.
And Radar Love.
Oh yeah,
Twilight
Radar
Zone.
Love. So yeah.
What was the first one? I know that Radar Love was like a one. No.
That's the one he was just singing. Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, yeah.
bullet
Yeah.
hits the bone.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking great song. Dude.
That's the song, right?
oh,
Bullet hits the bone.
80s music too, dude. Was it Joe Jackson stepping out?
Mhm.
Shit like that makes me think of The Weeknd. It takes me right back. to
Joe
the 80s.
Jackson. That's one I haven't heard in a while. Well, how does that song go? How does this stepping out?
What is it? Makes me feel like
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what you're talking about. now.
makes
Yep.
me feel like I'm 5 years old.
Yeah,
again. Listen
dude.
to the
This
Cars.
is the AARP podcast.
You know what?
Oh my
AAR
God.
fucking talent is what we're talking here. You want to talk about? Yeah, no.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, 80s music is a big thing for me too because I mean it was such a, with electronics coming into the fold.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the synthesizers and everything and the creativity that opened up, created a lot of shitty pop music. But in that time, in the 90s, but now or in the 80s, it was a totally different thing. It was new.
Yeah.
It was another instrument.
Dude, you hear people doing that shit now. That synth pop shit. It's just like,
Well, that's where, like,
What
what
the
you guys were
fuck, man?
talking,
It's
like,
crazy.
there's bands out there that it kind of feels like it's forced.
Yeah.
You know, you see these bands that are trying to like play on the strip and shit like that.
Yeah.
They're all dressed up in shiny clothing, and dude, you're not from the fucking 70s, okay?
Yeah.
I need a shirt that fits that doesn't show my fucking love handle, okay? I don't give a shit. I just
You don't want no hip hugger bell bottoms, bro?
I was gonna wear those tonight.
Yeah.
Was
You got them in the truck, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
they're on standby.
Duffel bag, ready to
Oh,
go.
yeah. My stripper gear.
Your stripper heels and shit like that.
Damn,
That's
they
good
got
stuff.
they got fish in them. I know they're they're the Stu. Your fish are dead. I know. I can't get them out.
All right, so we got. Wanted to ask you guys about the gear stuff. What are you playing now? You kind of mentioned a couple things about some guitars that you got going.
First.
Okay, you guys. Go first. What are you playing now? What are you beating on now? GB.
So
Well-
I still have the kit that when I was in Outside the Murder.
Yeah.
Just a maple
Yeah.
Gretsch, and then I kind of went to. I like that bigger bass drum, the 24-inch for this.
Yeah.
And I've kind of downsized on my kit that I'm going to be playing live. I'm
Yeah.
not into having a ton of cymbals. It's just straightforward, as heavy as I can make it.
Yeah.
Take all the
Just with a
lottery
minimal-
out of the bass drum.
Yeah.
So I have that 24-inch kit that I'm pretty much using all the time.
Yeah.
I had a problem there where I was like, my wife, oh, you bought another drum set? You know what? Why do you need 3 drum sets?
Right.
I'm a gear junkie, but I definitely, with what we're doing, I'm focusing on that bigger sound
Yeah.
and just minimizing what I'm having to deal with on stage. It's
Right.
it's so much better.
Right. Now, what are you playing for snare? You still doing your Slipknot snare?
I actually still have it, but I did it's called a sledgehammer
Yeah.
by Mapex. and
Thing
it's
is
a
insane.
hand hammered brass snare. It really punches through the music. It was expensive, but definitely had to have it. I'm kind of never used to be like that, like
Yeah.
looking at my snare, but now I have like 6 different snares.
Yeah.
So
Do you have them tuned differently? Do you have
yeah,
certain things?
different heads, on the bottom head, I'm just messing around with it, trying to find that old school to fit this genre of
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Bonham type kind of a snare sound
Yeah.
is what I'm after. So I've been striving to find it. With this snare that I'm using now, I pretty much have
When
it.
you said that, I just heard the beginning of Moby Dick. Sorry.
What do you like in the shower? Beep bop boop beep boop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Getting all in there, dude.
Yeah, I went and got like a $900. It's a direct drive pedal, and I don't play any.
$9 is what you said. $9.
Yeah,
That's
a
a
month.
fucking. That's
It's
a
a
great
very
deal.
his wife.
expensive.
Yeah, that's why
direct
I covered
drive.
that up. You see how I did that?
Yeah.
Greg's watch out for each other right there.
Yeah.
You're not
But
supposed to talk the price.
I'm
of
not
it.
even I started, and we've got a new tune that we're working on that's a little more up tempo.
Yeah.
And I kept like, I can throw a fill in here with some double kick stuff. But as we're playing, I that show, I'm sitting there looking down as I'm got a double bass pedal. I don't even frickin' use it anymore.
Yeah.
But I think
You will.
we will
Oh, it'll
eventually.
come.
There was a cool little fill in this new song. I'm like, you know what? I can throw this in there. Andy just kind of gave me that look.
Yeah. Yeah. There'll probably be lots of those.
Yeah.
You know,
Those looks-
I want to say that too before I forget.
Sure.
Was it was a nervousness for me jamming with 2 people I've never jammed with before, because I didn't want the idea that you can't play what you want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so used to hearing them. It's like the demoitis thing they call it.
Right.
You get that demo in your head, you hear no other mix.
Yeah.
This is it, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm nervous and I'm scared to like lose 2 guys that really enjoy playing in the band by me being a fucking dictator.
Right.
Dictator. How am I dictate?
I'm more of a groove like feeling player too. I'm
Right.
not the type that's gonna. I was in a cover band and I didn't learn one of the songs we played to a T.
Right.
It was always on feel and groove.
Right.
I know my way around the fretboard enough to do that, just fine. But so that's a little bit. We don't even butt heads on it. We're totally cool. We can always come up with a solution. But that's a challenge or something to work for, you
Right.
know, with us.
He's an intimidating sumbitch too. I'm just telling you, he's a tall, menacing individual. But that's cool. And we've had that interaction where it's like, you know what? We didn't even have to go through St. Anger therapy to get to this point.
Yeah.
It was just there's a mutual respect there. And you know, if I have an idea, he'll start playing something, and I'll hear something else and be like, hey, dude, try this.
Yeah.
You know. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I like that because that helps so much with moving forward. Instead of fucking around, I mean, dude, For Blood, holy shit, were we always at a fucking just butting heads.
Yeah.
It was horrible. God, Kyle and I used to get pissed off at each other.
Right.
You know, Sean, he's a menacing dude too. I mean,
Yep, big dude.
fuck you up.
Yep.
You know, but yeah. And Greg,
Yeah.
there he is.
Yeah. You know what's
He
funny
just
is
does his thing. He's over there.
don't let him fool you.
No, I'm grateful,
Yeah.
grateful and thankful
Yeah.
to be jamming with these two
Yeah.
guys because we all click so well. He's always got fresh water waiting for us to drink at practice.
Nice. Nice.
No, it's definitely cool. I think both these guys bring something special to the table with their style, and as we've jammed and everything, we've definitely built off of that. And
Right.
we're getting more and more comfortable with each other, how each other plays.
Yeah.
You know, our groove, how we play, and everything.
Right.
You know, starting to pick up on things.
Yeah. That's always awesome, dude.
Yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Rob. Like, so as far as gear, what
Yeah,
now?
sorry,
Where you running for basses? What are you playing? What are you playing through? What kind of pedals you use, if you do any?
Yeah, sure. I've been the type that I've always played on either my Music Man or my Thunderbird. Those are my two American-made killer basses. When my last band went defunct in November, I decided I was going to get into building my own instruments. And so I started building like a $90 bass kit,
Yeah.
and I fell in love with it. I just I recorded the last band we recorded right before we broke up. I laid down some of the tracks on that with the bass I built, and I really got into it. And since Christmas of last year, I built a 4-string bass, a Tele, a Strat, and then now I built the 5-string, and the 5-string's awesome. It's like a Yamaha jazz bass, but it's got a humbucker and a jazz pickup in it. And
Jazz in the back or front?
jazz is in the bridge.
Okay.
The neck. No, I'm sorry.
Other way.
Other way around. Jazz is in the neck. Humbucker's in the bridge.
Okay.
So, yeah, and as far as amp, I play through a Mark Bass 2x10 combo, 500 watt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, I had a big settlement years ago for a car accident, and I walked into Guitar Center planning on buying the biggest amp peg, heaviest amp peg I could afford.
Yeah.
I walked in, and they're like, "Are you sure you don't want the 35-pound Mark Bass?" I'm like,
Let me play with
I
it.
guess I'll try
Yeah,
it, right? And the thing fucking blew me away. These guys.
Did you pick it
could
up
test
after you played it? Did you just go,
Well, after I played it, the guy's like, "Now pick it up."
yeah,
And I'm like, you know?
yeah.
So anyway, so I built my current 5-string that I'm playing
Sick,
live,
man.
and
Sick. What color is it?
it's like a midnight purple burst.
Nice.
It's like a kind of a pale purple to darker black on the burst,
Sick.
and then the neck and headstock are purple.
Purple bass,
but it-
purple bass.
But it's transparent, so you can still see the wood grain through it.
Oh, that's killer.
It's not like a paint job.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
insane. So
Yeah, I like that natural. You get the
Yeah.
natural wood tone to it.
yeah, my Tele I built, I love. It's got the I really did a good job of laid down some grain filler and some grain darkening stuff to bring out the wood grain, and then I did a transparent red over that.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got like a black pearl pick guard and like a country metal inlay bridge
Nice.
and stuff, and the hardware plate. It's sweet.
Legit.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck yeah, man. Now, Andy, I know you're kind of itching over here because I know you got a ton of new shit.
I got to take a deep breath to do this. Okay, so at the show, I used a Mesa Boogie Mark V head, and I ran 2 Marshall 412s. I'm still a full stack guy.
Yeah.
Kyle and I used to have 2 412s on each side of the stage. There's
Yeah.
just something about it. It fills it in. And with us being a 3-piece, it's nice to have that to where Rob can hear me.
Yep.
And it fills up the stage volume too. Because you know how it goes with one guitar player.
yeah.
It's just somebody's going to get blasted by it, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be stage right.
I love when guitar players do that, though. They'll play stereo where they'll have one on either side because it just fills it out so much more.
Mhm.
Instead of like, Oh, I got to go over there and hear Rob for bass. Or you're standing in the middle trying to get the whole jam,
Yep. So, I mean, I used that for our first show. I got a big old USS Oltmanns freaking pedal board that's got a switcher on it and shit. But I mean, it's there's tones on that pedal board.
When you take the top off it, does it go? Oh
no, it's fucking Star Trek. Dun, 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 dun,
What is the thing? Yeah.
The fucking George Jetson goes flying out of the fucking thing. What the hell was that? So fucking stupid.
That's what makes it beautiful.
I know, right? So, but I mean, like I got a couple, or I have a few options for live stuff. Like I got a Mesa Boogie Tri-Axis that I wanted because Hetfield had one.
Yeah.
But, John Petrucci from Dream Theater had one. So I got to get that looked at, but I want to use that live because that's just fucking sick. It's like the Mark V, but just cooler.
Yeah.
But I bought one of the little the SV20, the mini Plexi Marshall head.
Okay.
With a 212 matching cabinet. That fucking thing rips. I got a pedal that I just bought that run that through there. I could play the whole show with just a one, distortion pedal and fuck the effects. But the other board I have that I used at our debut show, that's got effects on it where, like the chorus to Holding On, it's got like a Leslie and it says Lord Purple.
Nice.
And I'm a Deep Purple fan all the way. Dude, John Lord is the shit.
Yeah.
So I have it on that setting, and so when I hit that chorus, the open chords, you can hear it come in almost like a fucking symphony. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Or like an octave pedal and shit. But
yeah.
I'm a Mesa Marshall guy through and through. I got my Randalls for the dime bag and crowbar shit,
Right.
But guitars, dude, Telecasters are like my fucking cocaine now.
Dude, that black one that you just
with
had,
the fucking B bender and G bender on it,
dude, that thing looked like a fucking hot rod, dude. You're holding it, it was just shiny, like you had just waxed it and fucking
yeah.
Get your shine box. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah.
What? Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
That wasn't wax,
Billy
by
Bats
the
or
way.
whatever. Oh, dude, he got fucked up. So, but I love Telecasters.
Baby batter.
Oh, just add water.
Buffing compound, as we call it.
Yes. Hot too.
Thank you, G-licious. I appreciate it. They're saying, let's see here. Now that I look at Dixie, now I got to look up Dixie Witch. Wow. So many new artists. That's cool that you're actually listening and taking notes, because I'm taking notes too. That's what's awesome about that. Charmed, the bad guy that married Phoebe? Phoebe also died? I don't know how far back that was.
There's like two other deaths. Some guy that I think it was like a video game guy.
Okay.
And then what that individual just said. I can't remember who it was.
Okay. And then they said great energy between everyone here. The interview is thank you very much. Jeff McMullen says great good show. Thank you very much, you guys, for joining us. We appreciate it very much. If you do me a favor and like and subscribe, that'd help us out greatly. Push this forward, and thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
But yeah, the Telecasters are definitely my jam right now. I love my SG. I got one with those fucking Maestro bridges that you look at it the wrong way, it knocks out a fucking tune. But Derek Trucks has one, so
Yeah.
You got it because of Grace Bowers.
I fucking that is
You did.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right fucking now. All right, this for 18-year-old young blonde curly hair guitar player, she's got the looks and all that shit.
Yeah.
She's a fucking gorgeous chick.
Yeah.
But when COVID kicked off,
Yeah.
she started playing guitar and was taking lessons online and what I'm assuming probably going somewhere. What came out of COVID and her 4 years of playing guitar just blew a bunch of people out of the fucking water.
Yeah.
This chick can fucking play. She can sing. She's got an attitude to her,
Yeah.
a look. I'm proud of her.
Who's this chick now?
Grace
Bowers.
Yeah.
She's like the wet dream of all the guitar dorks on Reddit. Like
Nice.
it's-
Grace
they all-
Bauer, huh?
Grace Bowers, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think she's overrated, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Now, when it comes to the stuff playing with the multiple cabinets and things like that on either side, when you go into a fucking solo, and I know you kind of alluded to this about the sound being in what E, right? Is
Yep.
what you're at now, and you play a 5-string, so you say when you're hitting things, it's the lower end of that.
I do kind of go all over the place,
Yeah.
but I play big, you know.
Yeah.
We hit hard. So
Yeah.
when he goes into the solo, I mean, I do play with some pedals too. I forgot to mention.
Okay.
So like a lot of times he'll go into the solo, I'll hit the fuzz or some distortion or whatever, and you know, just to fill it in like that. But
we don't even realize that there's no rhythm guitar under it.
I love that. I love that feel when you have that big rhythm section to hold it
he
down.
hits so hard too. It's not. I mean, that's just not me.
That
That's
fucking
awesome.
snare.
Oh yeah.
We're a big rhythm section, and
yeah.
I don't just mean our weight.
Yeah.
You know, it could
Big
be
rhythm.
yeah, it's a big rhythm nights.
I'll go with that too. All right.
Oh, that's still fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, no, and I know what you're saying too, because it's probably based upon the fact that she's like a blues player. Everyone can play a fucking pentatonic blues. You go in a Guitar Center, you want to hear a guitar player play blues, you'll find it there.
Yeah.
I missed the opportunity to go up to a dude and be like, you know what? You remind me of me, but you're older.
Yeah.
Because this fucking guy was playing shit that you never hear. I mean, Jeff Beck stuff, like We Ended as Lovers, playing it on guitar, doing the volume swells. And it actually moved me to hear that because you don't hear that. But yeah, for me, it's nice to see, and I hope she retains this innocence to her and doesn't become another skank like on Instagram and every other fucking broad online, where all of a sudden it shifts from her
Talent.
prodigy talent
To
all of a sudden my tits are hanging out.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I mean, I'm not a prude. You know this. I got my porn collection just like anybody else. But when it comes to shit like this, if you have a talent, don't dilute it. Yeah. Don't water it down and ruin it.
Yeah.
You know, capitalize on that fucking talent and build yourself into something that's iconic. Bonnie Raitt, ironic, iconic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Janis Joplin, dead, still iconic.
Right.
You know, it's just that kind of thing, you know. Tory Lane, iconic.
No, and she seems to be doing it the right way. You know, that's a fair point. Yep, absolutely. She's not. It doesn't seem like she's going to go down that path. You know, if you watch her stuff, she's, you know, all about music, and you know, she put a hell of a blues band together around her for sure.
Right.
That's great that shit works out like that, man.
So the guitar stuff, I wanted to finish with one more.
Yeah.
So I went into Guitar Center on my birthday. Right. I had this Les Paul. I was going to sell it off. I was going to get something else. And I walk in and I see this headstock sticking up behind the counter. I went, motherfucker, it's a fucking Firebird.
Yeah.
I beeline it right over. I looked at it. Dude and worker were talking. And I said, hey, I got to jump in. Whose guitar is this? And the guy goes, oh, it's this guy's here. And I said, what's going on? He goes, well, I'm planning on selling it with a couple other guitars to get another guitar. I said, right here, right now, you find out what you're going to get. I'll go over here and find out what I'm going to get. Even if I got to pay you extra cash, I don't give a shit. I want that guitar.
Yeah.
I said, is that cool? The guy at the store said, yeah, that's totally cool. We haven't done any cash transactions yet.
Yeah.
So they offered me a couple $100 more than what he was getting.
Yeah.
So I walked up. I said, well, you just made $200. I said, they're going to give me 13. They're going to give you 11. Here you go. He goes, well, how does this work? I said, we just trade guitars, and then you guys do your transaction. So you get a couple $100 more.
Yeah.
I went home.
They're like, you fucking dumbass. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They're
no.
like,
Well, I mean, either way, they made
cool.
their money. They make their fucking money.
Yeah, that's still cool as shit.
I've made my money off them, too.
I'm sorry I cut you off. My bad.
I love you.
It's my
Anyway.
fucking ADHD. Sorry.
It's all squirrel.
Squirrel. Exactly.
But
Oh man, we're fucked.
yeah, I know. So, but I jammed on it quick there. I don't even think I really fucking played it. I just looked at it and went, cool, we're done. Came with the brown case, went home, tuned it up, wrote the path. Or wrote Mule. No.
Yeah, it was Mule.
It was Mule?
Yeah, that's your story. Anyway.
It just, that was it. And that song is basically me telling a story about me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very, what do they call it? Selfish? No, what would that be? Arrogant? I don't know. No. No, it's just talking about my...
Biographical is what I would call it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
It makes me think of a giraffe. I don't know why.
By a giraffical.
Monosyllabical.
That's biological.
Oh,
That's what you're thinking.
That was
Are you higher than a giraffe's ass right now?
I wish I was.
I really wish I was too. As a matter of fact, I think you guys are keeping me from it right
Crackers,
now. You motherfucker.
just crack a vertebrae real quick. And
There you go.
But yeah, I wrote the song just about my journey in music and where, you know, hopefully it ends up kind of thing. But yeah, it's just I hit the first fucking chord, and all of a sudden I went to the second one, third one. I went, oh, cool, and that ended up being the last song.
Sick.
So yeah, I bought that. I think it was my birthday of 2023.
Nice.
Same fucking day as my birthday, and I went and fucking wrote this song. So it's cool, man. It's got
on a rad guitar that you got for a deal.
I fucking love that guitar. You could put a slide on that thing, and it sings.
Yeah.
A beautiful guitar.
Love it.
Funny
Love it.
thing is, it's a
Fantastic.
spitting image of my Thunderbird bass that
Yeah.
I have, and mine has a good story too. I won 15 grand on a $2 scratcher.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and the wife who's listening, hey honey, she's like, go right to the bank. I'm like, I'm going right to Guitar Center.
Love you.
It actually,
That's a good woman, though. She didn't fucking disown you for
She
doing
knew-
it. That's
She
for,
knew I was going to get
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I actually went to Willie's American Guitars first because they had this blue semi-hollow body double cutaway Les Paul bass.
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
like, oh, that thing looks sweet. And I went there, I picked it up, and I didn't love it. You know, it didn't speak to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I got this money burning a hole in my pocket. So I went to Guitar Center second, and it was it was winter, and they had the very last Thunderbird, last year's model, because they were coming out with the new ones, and it was $10.59 for it. So like $1,000, brand new, with the tweed brown case and everything. Oh. Yeah, bought it right up, and I fell in love right away with it.
Now, did you have to move the strap lock thing for the fucking? Does it not nosedive?
No, I'm good. I figured it out.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It fits my fat ass pretty good. So.
So you're big enough to hold it.
Yep.
Like you're wide enough to hold it back. I noticed that was the thing when I owned one of those too, and I was just like, holy fuck! The nose drop is horrible.
You know what?
Things, though.
The one I have, it's a neck through.
Yeah.
One piece.
Gotcha.
And it weighs what? Maybe, I think you picked it up. It weighs like 8.5 pounds.
Oh,
tops.
so it's not.
No,
not
it's
horrible.
super light.
Oh,
so
nice. The
it's
one
no
I had was a
problem.
fucking tank, and I think it was it was a cheaper model. It wasn't nothing sweet.
Epiphone or something.
Yeah, I think it was Epiphone.
Oh, yeah.
It's heavy as a motherfucker, and that nose just dropped. I mean, it's beautiful though, man. I absolutely love it.
What's that, a penny? See,
No, it's your tuning knob chipping off the fucking.
It's
Yeah.
got battle scars though, just because it's so light.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the thick like Fender finish on it.
Yeah.
Or it's definitely it's been through quite a few shows. I use it in a cover band quite a bit, and it's definitely got beer stains and wood chips and everything in it.
Yeah.
See,
Character, you mean?
Yep.
I do it where I leave with a guitar case,
Yeah.
and then I come home with a guitar, and like the last.
You just told on yourself.
No, dude. You know what? No, my wife and I were totally cool with that. I mean, she feels guilty if she spends a couple $100 on some Stampin' Up thing, and I'm like, really? You're gonna fret about that much money when I'm over here fucking? Oh, hey, a firm, cool. I can make payments, cool. But I come home the last time I come home with another guitar, and I open the case up and I'm talking to her about it. I'm like, yeah, I brought it to him, and they did a refinish on it. They put a different bridge on it, and it's just going on for like a minute or so. And I said, you believe any of this? She goes, no. But I have, in the gear world, I have been doing good. I've been selling a lot of shit because there's guilty pleasures and shit. Like the one I wish I didn't get rid of was my fucking Jeff Hanneman.
Yeah.
I had that LTD version of it. It didn't have the cool inlays on it like some of the offensive ones have.
Yeah.
Because it's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting rid of that like a fool. But I got a Cliff Burton, the Area Pro 2 that he had before he died.
Yeah.
I scored that thing for $700, dude. And that is a Japan-made, way fucking expensive. I would never buy it in a lifetime. But I saw a dude mismarked it, and I went,
what color?
Black. It's black. It's got the single pickup, the gold and black hardware.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool because I just recently sold a Jackson Jazz Bass 5-string.
Yeah.
And I sold it to a young girl. Her dad brought her over, and she's got a Megadeth shirt on, Countdown to Extinction. I'm like, this is fucking awesome, right? I think it was Countdown to Extinction, but she's sitting down playing it, and I said, I got something even cooler. You want to check this out? So I went and I grabbed that bass and I gave it to her. She goes, oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Never in her lifetime is she ever going to see one or play one.
Yeah.
Odds are, So it was cool. She sat down and I'm like, fucking rewind. To like me being 14 years old with my cheap Sega P bass that was not intonated learning that, bleeding off my fucking calluses. You know, it was so cool. And she loved the other bass too, so they ended up buying it. But
Nice.
I said, yeah, you want to play? If you want to play strictly Megadeth, here's the bass for you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So yeah, sorry,
Hell yeah.
squirrel.
No, it's badass, man. That's really cool. How can people get a hold of your merch? Shoot your show again one more time, and how can they get a hold of you guys if they want to book you?
HeavyAsI@yahoo.com. Typical email, generic, but you can hit us up on Facebook on the Heavy As I page. September 4th. Well, we're also on Instagram too, but it's just there.
Yeah.
But yeah, September 4th. I believe it's a 7 or 7:30 start time for us. It's a half-hour set showcase show at Mad Mike's Open Jam, Route 47 in Fridley off University Avenue.
Yep. Good venue. Oh,
yeah.
Big room. Nice PA. Nice fucking lights. Great place to play.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to that because I've only went up and just played a couple songs.
Yeah.
So to actually play a show there is gonna be pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we have T-shirts. We got all the sizes you could possibly need. If you want a midriff shirt, we can custom cut that for you. We got stickers, CDs. You can find all our
You
stuff.
should see Greg in one of those.
Oh, he's got a pair of the fucking sweats where it just says
Heavy As I on the
no,
booty.
it just says
Oh.
Gregolicious.
Oh, God.
I'm going to Amazon, buddy.
No, instead of pink, it says brown.
Yeah. There you go. The O is right where it needs to be.
Exactly.
That's it right there, dude. That is awesome, dude. Browner, doing it, buddy. Doing it, buddy.
God. That's just a horrible thought.
Yeah.
Horrible thought.
going to be a Velcro close?
Yes. Easy access.
I need easy access.
The port.
Me.
Yep.
At our age,
Keep the
you know,
doors open. Keep the doors open. I'm coming in hot.
You never know when that Joe Rogan veggie drink you're doing kicks
I
in and
know,
you got to
man.
shit your pants.
I never
Oh.
thought that like dude wipes and things like that would be important to me.
Yeah. Oh.
In the later 50s, and
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make these common life things easier and cleaner.
Yeah.
Dude wipes are awesome.
I think every one of us pulled a muscle when we moved our gear for our show. So,
my
you know,
God.
that's the way it goes.
Yeah, dude.
I suppose we could talk about that. Fucking, I wake up at about 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
The day of our show, right?
Sick as shit.
No, just normal day. Get up, go piss, sit on the toilet for about 45 minutes. You know, take a shit.
Yeah.
Because you got to check all your Facebook stuff. You know, and see what's hot in the world. And all of a sudden, it felt. Yeah, you all know what I'm talking about
Yeah.
too. Because we all sit there on a fucking. Now it's normal activity. to
My
bring your
uncle
phone
calls
to
it the shitter sitters. He goes, "You're a shitter. He'll sit there and fucking shit. He goes, "You're done in 5 minutes. Why are you sitting there looking at your goddamn phone? Get off the fucking
Well, I
shitter."
got Marketplace and Guitar
Exactly,
Center and
yeah.
Reverb and
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
else, and you know.
Tiki-taki.
Yeah.
Oh, ticky tucky. The ticky tuck. You don't stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did my business, and then all of a sudden I got a sharp shooting pain on my right side. What the fuck? And I hunched over. I was hurting, and I was like jamming.
Kidney stone.
Uh-huh.
That what it was?
I was pushing on my fucking right side with my fist, trying to get it to fucking just dull
Break
down.
loose or something.
I didn't know what it was because I'd never had them before. So
Appendicitis.
oh, I had my appendix out
Okay.
before. That fucking hurt too.
Damn.
Not like this.
So
And-
now you're freaking.
yeah. So it's like 2 hours of just agony. I'm moaning.
Yeah.
For another reason in the bed. You know, tossing and turning.
Your
trying to-
wife's going, "You're doing that again?"
I can't even get you to do that. You're an angel, honey. But yeah, it reached a point where I had my head in the toilet because it was hurting so bad.
Yeah.
And finally I told the wife, I said, "Take me to the hospital now. We got to go."
Yeah.
And we got there. They got a couple rounds of Dilaudid in me. I was hanging out, just flirting with all the people and being
Yeah.
stupid, passing out, waking up.
Yeah.
Did a CAT scan, and all of a sudden it felt like somebody stabbed me while I was in the fucking machine.
Yeah.
Turned into Final Destination. You know, it's like, oh my God. So she tells me,
Oh, that fucking
right?
oh, it fucking drives me nuts. I'm too fat to go in there, dude. I had the hardest time doing that shit. The worst.
Oil me up.
All right, you got to pull me out. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Weird. All right, you know that we have to go back in there for another 35 minutes because you couldn't sit there for 10 minutes.
They got your feet and they're pulling you into the fucking thing.
Exactly. Well, it was my hand.
They got a hook and then
It's
a
the
rack.
hands from the other
a
side.
hook and a fucking come along. Come on, Greg.
Butter me up next time.
Yeah. Who's got the Crisco?
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
But long story short, I got out of there and she's like, yeah, you're going to know when you pass it into your bladder because it's going to hurt like a son of a bitch. That's what happened in the CAT scan machine. I just started begging the dude, get me out of here now. You got to get more Dilaudid now. So I got home, fucking went to take a piss. Ting, ting. I'm talking like the smallest fucking pebble of fucking.
Oh, that had hurt.
Oh, dude, it was the most excruciating pain I've ever been through. And I texted the guys. I said, you are not going to believe this. I fucking passed it. I said, we're doing this. I said,
Show's on, motherfuckers.
We're playing the fucking show
So
regardless.
you guys were just fucking like
Freaking out.
on the edge of your seats, like holy shit, we might not even play.
Yeah, I didn't.
Day of the show.
What, we brought how many people between us? 80?
Yeah,
I mean, we invited everybody.
Yeah.
yeah. But we played the fucking show.
Yeah.
Here's Andy lugging fucking gear up the stairs with his wife. He's
Jesus.
helping me out, and I hell or fucking high water. I was outside.
How long did the buzz last?
Actually, it didn't last that long. They gave me the option to go get some hydrocodone and shit.
Yeah.
I was there. I went to go fill it. Went home, pissed the rock out, and I'm like, man, I don't need it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, maybe I do need it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You still have that.
I know I do. Again,
Right.
but yeah, it's definitely a memorable first show.
Awesome.
And it was cool too because Kyle and I have been in a couple bands together. I fill in for his dad's band on guitar or bass.
Oh, nice.
We have this kind of family thing. I've known him since '98.
Yeah.
And so, for Kyle to give the opportunity for us to play at the Doghouse, I mean, it was old stomping grounds,
Yep.
the old Rock.
Yep.
It's such an awesome venue. to
Great
play.
fucking stage, man. God, I love
Yeah,
that stage.
it was awesome.
Awesome.
Yep. And the sound man was really cool. He did a great job. I was struggling. It was first show nerves and
Yeah.
oh God, I gotta try to
Right.
sing. So
Right.
I sound like a panting dog up there. Oh, God.
One more time, let's go for the show. What was the show date on that?
September 4th.
Okay, and that's going to be at what?
Route 47.
Okay.
And the Mad Mike's showcase. Basically, so 7:30. I'll get that information updated on Facebook.
Yeah.
Make it
Thursday
look for it.
night.
Get out there.
Yep,
And then
yeah.
you said what are the sites again? How they can reach you? Where can they listen to the? I know I got it on iTunes too. I was listening to it on iTunes.
Yeah,
as well.
iTunes. Basically, if you know how DistroKid works, it's everywhere.
Good.
So YouTube, Spotify. What did you just say?
iTunes.
Apple,
Yeah.
iTunes.
Yep.
Yeah, Google
Amazon
Music,
I'm sure.
Amazon Music.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's everywhere. I made sure to make it as accessible as possible. It's on SoundCloud. So there's a lot of different options.
Awesome. Tell me about Miles Away. And it's a longer one compared to the other two, right?
Yeah. That song is me at my lowest.
Okay.
My depression.
Mhm.
Had nobody to talk to. Didn't know how to handle it. Nothing extreme by any stretch of imagination. I mean, obviously we know people that have done their thing, but it was fucking hard.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's it's embarrassing for me, but it's a good therapy because you can understand the lyrics, you can hear them, you can hear the enunciation, you can read them, and you can identify with them. So everything that's on the album is all me.
Awesome.
It's everything that I've been through, whether
Right.
it be isolation, depression, happiness, people passing away, just fucking rock and roll,
Right.
That kind of shit. So
Yeah.
that's what it's based around. But just one of them fucking heavy swing tunes.
Yeah.
That's the one we hit that open note. Just
Right.
Yeah, musically speaking, I love that song. I mean, it's got an awesome 6-beat. So and then the chorus, just like Crusher, the chorus hook comes in and it really bangs. So
Nice.
I love Miles Away. It's a
Very
great
cool.
tune.
Very cool. Awesome, man. Anything else you guys want? Any shout outs or anything at the end of the night?
I'd like to do one if you don't mind.
No, go right ahead.
I just recently started a barbecue business called Grey Duck Grills and Barbecue.
Nice.
Me and my buddy Sean Hells, who's the pit master over at Old Southern in Arden Hills. We're doing the pop-up thing right now. We just did an event at his front yard, actually. It was a lot of fun. we'll be doing that, and we're actually looking at a restaurant next week.
Nice.
Trying to get something
Like
going.
a space?
Hell yeah,
A space,
dude.
Very
yeah.
cool, man.
Our original plan is to do it with like do pop-up and do like events like
Yeah.
city carnivals
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things like that. But we found out about a restaurant that the seller was very motivated to get rid of, and it's a hell of a deal.
Nice. Good spot.
Fully functional commercial kitchen in a really good spot. So,
Awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very
yeah.
cool, man.
yeah, so
What's the name of it again?
Grey Duck Grills and Barbecue, and the grills has a Z on it.
Okay.
So
And now, do you have a Facebook or anything like that?
we not yet. We're still working all that out. So yeah,
Gray Ducks.
Grey Duck Grills and Barbecue.
Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
We've had the food, and it's awesome, dude.
Good stuff,
Seriously,
huh?
yes. Very, very good stuff.
Yeah, the
So,
brisket is out of this world, man, for
Nice.
sure. Not to brag on my own shit, but holy shit, it's
Awesome.
good.
Just
Very
punch-
cool, man.
just
Very
I'd
cool.
like to shout
him in the
you
brisket.
out.
Shout me out.
Yes.
What you need to shout me out for? What you got?
Because I've known you a long time. We go back, played for quite a few years,
Yeah.
and just what you do in general for the music scene,
Yeah.
I think is it's awesome.
Thanks, brother.
I mean, you've always supported local music,
Hell yeah.
and this podcast,
Thanks, man.
as an example, it's just a great thing that you do, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Like you hold the scene near and dear. You're like a father figure to the scene.
Right,
You really are
right,
for
right,
the
right.
metal scene.
Right. I think
Everybody
Will
knows you.
Maravellis is, well, he calls me fucking Papa all the
Yeah.
time and shit. Yeah.
But it's awesome, man, and just this podcast in general is really it's really cool. that
Thanks,
you,
man.
You have a variety of different musicians and people that need to be seen. And
I
you
appreciate
make
that,
that
dude.
happen. So I appreciate it. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, no problem, dude. It's very cool. I mean, we've all known each other for a long time, and I've always followed what you do, Andrew. You know what I mean? It's like when you got a good homie in the scene and somebody you've jammed with a bunch of times, you run into, you always rub elbows, and it's like even the time we're apart, once we come back together, it's like we never left each other. You know, it's always been good, always hugs, high fives. You know what I mean? So. You're jamming with one of my favorite cats, that I ever jammed with too. So it's one of those extra things. So when you seek, a good solid project and you want to get behind it, I'm always about it. You know what I mean? So
You've always been a huge supporter, Greg. And just you know what, we've all got our side sometimes.
Sure.
And shit, we get fucking lit up about stuff.
Yeah.
But you've never been a negative force in what people are trying to accomplish. You've always been a supporter of that, so that's huge. That's a big thing.
I think it's important for people to understand that too. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of bands come and go in this music scene since me starting in '89. You know what I mean? As a kid and learning a little bit of this and not getting paid and learning the networking and learning how to put shows together and being the guy in the band that's in charge of everything or trying to like pass that knowledge on to other people and help them. Like our conversation tonight. If you're a young musician and you're listening to any of these podcasts, all the people that I have on this podcast have all been doing it. And even if they haven't been doing it as long as I have, they're on the path. They've figured it out. They're moving along to you know what I mean? They're not focusing on just Minneapolis. They're going outside. They're branching out. Even the old cats that are coming back and doing some of this shit, they're not doing it the way they used to. They're adapting. They're starting to.
You have to.
You have to. You know what I mean? You have to try to figure out a way. I had Stunner Magnuson on last week, and he
That was a good one, by the
thank
way.
you,
Yeah.
thank you. He's such a articulate dude, and he's been around as long as I have. He's been around forever, and we talked. I made a short about it, and it's the soul of a musician. There's so many people that come and go. Those people that play with their soul. You see it every single time. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Those people that close their eyes and you can feel that energy coming off of them. I've always considered myself to be one of those people that's that kindred spirit. And everybody that I brought in here, that's why, is because we're all kindred spirits. We're all trying to do the the thing. And to me, it was about getting, known and famous at one point. And then after a while, it was all about me. About me writing about me. It was me, writing about my experiences, trying to pass a little bit of the knowledge that I could on to anyone who'd want to fucking listen. And that is kind of the thing. Our conversation tonight is just another stepping stone, another, you know, you listen to the conversation, you hear how we've all come up, how we've, you know, what we listen to, what we do, you know, finding instruments, building instruments, making things our own, going through depression, you know, going through things with bands and, you know, things fall apart. Guys that you thought, oh, fuck, man, we could get that next level. And you, all that talent in the fucking world doesn't mean shit if it doesn't have the fucking, you know, the vibe, man.
Absolutely.
When you get in there and you put it out there, that's why I think that, you know, it's really important to never give up on yourself. You know what I mean? Because we're lifers. Every single one of us are fucking lifers. You're not gonna get me out of this music scene ever. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to drag me out pretty much, or I'm just gonna be, you know, too old to fucking do this shit. Because it's kind of been my transition, man. You know what I mean? And not being able to get on stage now. I'm a little bit older. I'm not as fucking, you know, I don't have as much stamina as I once did. You know, I'm a big fella now. You know, I can't jump around like I used to, but I can help other people get to where they need to do. And if I can help them book a show, or, you know, I mean, I've had young cats on here that I gave them one of their first shows, you know, and they're doing great. They're touring right now. You know what I'm saying? There's been bands on here that have been trying to get on festivals, and I was able to just reach out to somebody and then they got a shot. You know what I mean? It's just paying it forward to those folks. So I appreciate the praise on the whole thing, but it's really just giving back to what's been given to me, man. You know what I mean? And that's important to me.
Yeah, I really like that conversation you had with Magnus. Especially, I'm interested in his new idea or his new podcast where he's going back to the old school cats, even before you guys.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to suggest that he talk to somebody from Crow if they're still around. I don't know if you ever remember those guys.
Yeah.
But that's a band from Minneapolis, and my buddy Sean, from my business partner, he's a DJ too. And he actually ended up with their album from like 1968.
Yeah.
And we're listening to it, and I actually have it now on my Spotify playlist. And they wrote the song "Evil Woman, Don't Put Your Spell on Me" that Black Sabbath and ELO did. This band from Minneapolis in the '60s.
Wow.
Yeah, it's badass. It's a badass album, and actually, there's stuff that it sounds like Zeppelin bid on there too, without credit, of course, too. I mean,
That's crazy.
Yeah, awesome stuff for sure.
Very cool, man. I'll have to tell him that, because I'll be seeing him on Monday.
Hell yeah.
We're definitely, we had a lot of conversation after the podcast, and you know, we've known each other, like I said, a long fucking time, and you know, I know his sister, and you know, his, you know, nieces and nephews, and you know, a lot of people. He's just a good dude, and it's great to know a lot of folks. You know, we're all still around anyway. You know, so it's
yeah, you don't see each other a whole lot, but then when you do, it's like you said, you know, you pick up where you left off. I mean,
absolutely.
I see Kyle just whenever, you know, he makes it for a Gravesing gig or a Motor City Head gig and whatnot, you know, and it sucks. You know, I wish I'd see him more, but life, it happens. You know,
best friends, you know, you can that's the thing. Your best friends in life, you can go away from for years and come back and pick up like it was never nothing.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Andy, you got anybody you want to shout, or you got anything you want to shout out, or anything like that?
Shout it, shout. Sorry. You know, I guess I don't. I don't really. I mean, hi, Mom and Dad.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah,
well,
appreciate it very much.
Well, you know, yeah. I mean, I do. I genuinely do. I mean, to anyone that's given time to this project, you know, when I started it, I didn't know where I was going.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that I said on stage. I didn't know where I was going with it, and I felt pretty isolated. And I reached a point where I just had to walk away from what I was doing for so long, because I can only sing about politics and being angry so many times before we all sound like a broken record. You know what I mean? I can't be fucking angry all the time.
Yeah.
And to make that transition and start writing what was on my mind about my own shit was so, it was therapeutic. But the fact that people actually gave time to it and wanted to listen to it and check it out, and people were so supportive, and you know, I still shy away from being complimented on it. I don't think what I do is anything special. I am just another person playing music.
You're humble, dude.
Doing my thing.
What it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, you know. So anyone that's taken the time or bought a CD or given a like on the page or whatever it may be, you know, thank you. I genuinely mean it. Thank you. Because if I die tomorrow, at least I know that I got to play one fucking show with this band. And it sounded awesome.
Yeah, and it's great stuff, man.
You know?
I wanted to give a shout out to the Minnesota music royalty in the podcast in the chat room. We were actually talking about Nick Davis from the Old Metal Shop. He's in the chat room right now.
Oh, no shit, dude.
Yep, Metal
my God.
XX Metal DJ XX. And if you get a chance and you guys want to go check out another channel, you go check out his stuff. He's got some old interviews and things from the old
Really?
93X days on his channel. So
Do me a
it's very
favor,
cool.
write down his the username on
Yep,
there.
for sure.
Dude, okay, Nick, I remember
He'll love this stuff, dude.
really?
Yes, he will.
I remember working at Amico over off of right by 610 off of Coon Rapids Boulevard,
Yeah.
working fucking overnights, right? 93X Metal Shop. Hey, this is Nick Davis. What's going on, everybody? Tonight we're going to play Soil Work or Kill Switch Engage. Fucking that was the era, the golden era of Lamb of God,
Dude.
New American Gospel,
Yeah.
Kill Switch. What the fuck is the I can't remember the name of the fucking album. Alive or Just Breathing. Shadows Fall.
Yeah.
Art of Balance.
Yeah.
Fucking
Dude, it was that whole time frame. That dude played that shit on the air all the time.
I used to watch or listen to it
read
all
all
the
that
time,
shit.
dude. I will definitely say that your style and what you brought to the metal community is sorely missed.
Yeah,
and
big time.
93X will never be the same
No.
station.
And promotions, because he was him and Wendy were both head to promotions.
Yeah.
They put all those shows on. They did everything from the state fair to on beyond.
Is
at that
Loud and
particular-
Local even happening anymore?
I don't know. I thought they were trying to revive some
Their
shit
page
like
is
that.
dead.
Yeah,
I haven't got.
I thought they were trying to revive something, but it wasn't. You know,
Yeah.
that Eric Graves guy. I think that fell apart with him too. I don't think he's a part of that anymore. He was doing that just recently, within the last 10 years or whatever. He was kind of the metal shop dude for a while, but you know, it's just nice to, you know, I've had Nick on here way back in the day. You know, it's been a while, so I probably should get him back on here because he's just got so many great stories from,
That'd be awesome.
you know, all the shows that we used to hang out at, and all the X Fests, and you know, he was the guy in charge of everything. So it's just, you know, so many times that we go back to 93X. We did this during the state fair. I'd go with him to just go get a load of T-shirts. So just be a whole fucking van full of T-shirts and us two schmoes fucking going back and forth, you know. Local band guy with a DJ. Hey, dude, fucking carry T-shirts and shit. But very cool. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you guys very much. I'm looking forward to your next shows that are coming up. I'm definitely going to make it because I really do like this stuff. And I'd really like to try to find some bands to match you guys up with.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool to book something together.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, if you're a band here in the cities or whatever, or if you're out of state and you want to come play a show here, we can definitely look into getting something set up. I mean, I know I'm reaching out right now to like 331,
Yeah.
seeing what they got going on. I haven't heard anything back yet, but
New Club Underground, dude. They just got
Yeah.
a new sound system too.
Yeah, I love Club
are you
Underground.
serious?
Yeah.
I'm not going to hear that 15 going.
No, they got a bunch of new stuff too down there, so it sounds a little bit better.
Okay,
Last
that
time I
Zor-
played
Zora
there, I
Darling,
dressed
too?
up like Randy Macho Man Savage.
Did you?
Sorry.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. Snap into it.
Oh my God, dude! When him and fucking Hulk are like
Yeah.
totally out of their fucking mind on cocaine.
Yep.
We're going into the ionosphere. and fucking, ooh, oh my God!
Cream, you know, it rises to the top.
Cream. Oh, dude. Top.
All right. We're going to go miles away right now. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks everybody who came into the chat and added to the show. Thank you very much. Also, don't forget all on the ticker here, all these great shows that are coming up here in the Twin Cities. Thank you very much. Appreciate you so much. Please come back. I'm booked out till November, so we got lots of good podcasting coming up. So thank you very much. We're good?
Thanks, everybody.
You guys have a good night. Thank you.
Sometimes too much to take. I know, nothing for pain. Sometimes deep inside me, there's no empathy.
Ritual Madness Podcast. Ritual Madness Podcast. Ritual